What's up? Welcome to the WAN Show. Yo, we got a great show lined up for you guys this week. That was my pathetic attempt at something we're going to show you a much better version of later on. We actually had one of our fellow tech creators do a rap about LTT Store products, which is flipping amazing. We're going to be checking that out.
Better than
also, speaking of LTT Store products, Shipstorm is back! That's right. Free shipping over $150 on the US store or $225 on the worldwide store. Free shipping for your entire order. No code needed. Just load everything up into your cart and you are good to go. Also, if you are a Floatplane Supporter Plus, you get even lower thresholds, $100 in the US and 175 Canadian dollars on the global store. We've got also some sweet deals to help you reach these thresholds. We have a buy more, save more on blank tees, scribe driver pen and pencil for only $19.99. We've also got a free tech sack when you buy a commuter backpack, that's on the US site only, and a free tech sack when you buy an LTT OG backpack, US site only. Shipstorm runs from April 24th to May 7th, so don't wait for the storm to pass. Oh no. What else we got this week? We actually have so many cool topics.
Yeah.
Good News WAN Show. This is going to be the best Good News WAN Show yet because everything's freaking awesome.
The EU requires phone makers to fit readily removable batteries from next year. But there may be a notable exception. We'll see what that is. Also, YouTube opens up AI deepfake detection tool to all of Hollywood.
I knew. Wait, that one. I thought you were going to pick the other one. I thought you were going to pick the local Gemini one because that was more proof that Luke was right.
Oh, yeah.
That one's crazy.
Yeah.
That one's crazy.
Well,
okay, we're going to
just AI topics, people. Yeah, we'll talk about it.
It's pretty cool, though.
Yes.
The show is brought to you today by Vessi, along with Squarespace and Shokz and Tello, with our wrap partner dbrand, our laptop partner Razer, and our chair partner Razer. All right, let's jump right into our headline topic, which is, of course, oh man, it wasn't even one of the ones we highlighted. There's so many good ones.
Yeah, that's funny, isn't it?
Framework CEO and absolute bro Nirav Patel tweeted earlier this week that...
Where is it? Oh, that okay.
Yeah, that topic. Tweeted earlier this week that the Framework 13 Pro launch, investment disclosure, has been an overwhelming success.
Nice.
Batch 7, which is shipping in July, is sold out already.
Wow.
Yeah, people are really vibing with the better chassis, the new, better touchscreen display that has just... Did you watch the video?
Yes, it looks great.
Phenomenal, like direct sunlight performance.
Having you guys just walk outside and test it was cool.
I've never seen anything. I have seen anything quite like it. I've seen those like retro reflective displays that are quite like it, but I've never seen one with a backlight.
Right.
That's quite like that.
Yeah.
Very, very cool. Better battery life. Freaking Panther Lake. This thing is resonating with people, but that is not what I'm excited about right now. What I'm excited about right now is the fact that Nirav posted that over 50% of their sales of the Framework 13 Pro are, wait for it, Ubuntu.
Yeah.
Not Windows.
Yeah.
Now, we have talked extensively on the WAN Show about the year of the Linux desktop. We have even talked, like personally between you and me, about a video that I was working on called The Year of Windows Humiliation.
Yeah.
Because even if it's not the year of the Linux desktop, I think there's an argument to be made that it is the year of Windows humiliation. That video actually goes live sometime this weekend.
Cool.
And I had to go do a quick voice pickup when I saw this tweet and be like, I don't know, editor, put this somewhere, but like, what? This is crazy. However,
I hope it's just a screenshot of the tweet and you going "Boo," and no other context.
I wish it was now.
Sorry, keep going.
Now I completely wish it was. However, there is a bit of a catch. And Luke, do you want to be the one to give the bad news?
So honestly, as much as I would love this to be true, maybe it is. And you know, I'm not saying it's not true. I do think that many people are ordering Ubuntu configurations for these laptops and not Windows ones. I am not personally convinced that those people are going to keep Linux, I'll say, not even just Ubuntu, but Linux on their laptops. I suspect people are doing this so that they can not pay for Windows, and then they can install Windows, and then just through the command line, tell it that it should totally just activate itself, and then go on their merry way. Donning the hat.
It's possible. It's possible what you say.
I don't think over 50% of framework sales are people who are going to long-term Linux. I think they should give it a shot, because I've been doing that, and it's actually been awesome.
Okay, hold on. Think about this. The last thing you just said was what?
It's been awesome.
Okay. Now think back to the second last thing you said. Don't worry, I'm not going to go
shot.
Yeah, okay.
The third last thing.
No, we're not going to go any farther than that. He wouldn't have a shot. He'd have no chance. Neither would I. Do you think that there could be a significant number of people who order this machine and just get a taste, and they're just like, you know what? Water's warm. Why were all those penguins in it? You know what I'm saying?
Aren't they usually in cold water?
Yeah, right. Not always. It turns out.
No, yeah, I know.
Which is great. Which is great to know, because then if you don't like the cold water, that doesn't mean you can't join them.
Yeah.
Just join the penguins. So I mean, look. I'm obviously, like, literally have a vested interest in Framework's success. What I do not have a vested interest in is, yes, thank you for that, Luke. What I do not have a vested interest in is, like, Linux's success. I got no dog in that fight.
Yeah, it doesn't benefit us.
No, but what it does do is it's freaking
actually
exciting.
It does.
It's freaking exciting, and that benefits me.
Because the more people that use Linux, ideally, the better it'll get. And then that benefits me.
Okay, yes, but not in like a not in a monetary way. Was sort of my point.
No, I know. That's why I said it didn't. I honestly do suspect some people might try it and like it. I haven't used Ubuntu in I don't know, genuinely like 15, 20 years, so I have no idea, but I do suspect some people might actually, let me poke around with this thing. I've heard some people talking about it.
Why not?
And then
what
might
do you have
actually
to lose?
stick with it, which would be really cool. I also would say that I think a dramatically higher percentage of these are real, or at least people who are going to install a different distro, but not Windows. Compared to even this time last year.
I just thought of something else.
I think it's been a massive jump.
I just thought of something else. Okay, hear me out. If you're techy enough to install your own operating system, what are the odds that you're also techy enough to BYO storage drive and probably save $1 on the thing? You see where I'm going with this, right? Because this is people who selected a storage drive.
This is right. It would have to be because it comes with an operating system.
And selected a pre-installed operating system. But if you're the kind of person that really was just going to rip Ubuntu off of it, put Windows on, pirate Windows, like you have the know-how. Don't tell me you don't know how to open up, of all things, a framework laptop, and put an SSD in it.
It's sort of the point.
Don't even tell me that.
I still don't fully believe the numbers, but that does, I think, up the percentage that it could be.
I think we're going to get less than 100% of those Ubuntu people moving over to Windows.
Yeah.
And it's an exciting time to be interested in open source software right now. It's an exciting time to be interested in alternatives to the tech giants who, dude, did I talk to you already about the first time I fired my Windows laptop back up? And it was like it didn't want me. It was like it didn't want me to come back.
No.
Did I not talk about this on WAN Show?
I don't think so.
I put my Windows drive back in my PX13 that I've been using lately, my Strix Halo machine, and immediately it did the fucking thing. Immediately it did the thing. It asked me, "Hey, it's been a while. Do you want Edge? Do you like OneDrive? Have you ever thought about Xbox?" off. Like I almost. I was so the only
It's repulsive.
reason
It pushes you away. It like is literally repulsive.
the only reason that I didn't swap the drives again are because this thing has like chassis intrusion detection that I can't figure out which screw is like the one that I have to tighten all the way to get it to even like turn back on.
Right.
Like one of the screws like grounds a thing or something. So I had already buttoned it completely back up. And the main reason that I had switched back over to Windows was because I wanted to try out that Logitech SuperStrike mouse that I've been like supposed to try out for us to do the video.
Does it not work on Linux?
Well, the Logitech software.
software?
I wanted to have the full suite of Logitech software if I'm evaluating a product.
There is a like third-party stand-in Logitech software thing, but yeah, no,
That's
that makes
nice,
sense.
but-
As a review, you should have the whole thing.
Yeah, I should be using it as the manufacturer intends.
That makes sense.
But if it wasn't for those two things, I Scout's honor, I would have put the other drive back in.
Yeah.
It was so offensive. It was offensive. It was like disrespectful.
This is why
I am using my computer right now.
and
Move.
I think the biggest thing for me is I feel like I've replaced the time that I spent on Windows being annoyed about that kind of stuff, learning more about my computer and doing cool things with my operating system, which is what I'd rather do anyways. I've had fun using an operating system for the first time since probably
7?
Windows 9.
Okay, yeah, okay. Windows 9 was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And we're not memeing. We know there's no Windows 9. There was like a modded Windows 8.1 that had like the cruft stripped out of it and was like super responsive that was nicknamed Windows 9.
Yeah. And it's not all perfect, but one thing that's been really awesome is every time I've ran into a problem, it is solvable. Every time. And it for me has never been a major issue. Like I replaced a drive, and because both my hard drives, just worst timing in the freaking world. Both my hard drives, I could hear
worst timing so far.
Yeah, I could hear that something was kind of off. They were like making more noise than normal.
Yeah.
So I did a smart check, and they both came up with like a pretty significant amount of bad sectors. And I was like, well, I tried to think back to like, how old are these drives? I thought they were mine. When I finally pulled one out to actually replace it, I saw an inventory sticker on it. And when I saw the inventory sticker, I was like, oh yeah, these are from Geodude V1.
Okay, so these are old.
So there was the Geodude, and then there was Geodude Revision, and then there was Bulbasaur.
I might have personally put that inventory sticker on, is what you're saying.
Maybe.
Yeah. Okay.
Like these are old drives. So I was like, oh, okay. And I looked up like the upload date for Geodude V1, and I was like, okay, it might be about time. So it's fine that they died. It was
over 10 years ago.
Huge deal, but like it sucks because of the pricing. But yeah, I'm replacing those drives, and when I replaced it, my computer didn't want to boot. It booted into emergency mode. And I was like, okay, I know the series of events that just happened. I could reverse this, but instead I'm going to pull my laptop out and just look up like, what could this mean? And there was a very simple explanation of what to do. It did require a little bit of command line stuff, but I'm running CentOS. I expected this. That's fine. I'm looking into, okay, what caused this? And it's just certain drives can be set up in a way where...
Sorry, did you say CentOS?
Why did I say CentOS?
Okay.
CachyOS.
Cool.
I
was like...
Yeah, no, definitely
is he
not.
talking about like an old...
How did that jump into my head?
lab machine?
Yeah, that's really weird.
Anyways,
my bad. I was just like, oh, okay, I have to go into fstab and just add no fail to the drive, and then it just booted perfectly. And I was like, oh, that's kind of neat. Now and then I sat there looking up like, what are all the different flags for drives? And I'm just like learning stuff as I go on. It's cool.
Coming back to the topic we're supposed to be discussing, our discussion question for the framework announcements this week, because they also had their Oculink connection for the back of the Framework 16.
Yeah.
They also had their new keyboard, which is a pretty exciting alternative to the K400. But our question is, forget all the stuff that they just announced just now. If they were to make a net new product, what would you want them to make? Nirav already talked about the potential. He talked about how they've looked at. He didn't commit anything, but he talked about how they've looked at printers The printer one I see as a little less necessary. Brother does exist. They tend to be kind of bros overall for the most part.
Printers are kind of fine.
They seem kind of fine, and it doesn't look like there's a lot of, as far as I can tell, like margin in the printer business, unless you're willing to fleece people on the ink.
Yeah.
So
I'm sure there's things they could do that could help the world in regards to like those massive office printer things, but like,
Sure.
I think focusing on consumer would be a good idea.
TVs is one that's
TVs would be sick.
really interesting to me.
Especially if they're doing their own panels.
Well, okay. I don't think they would do their own panel for a TV.
Sorry, I don't mean, I more mean that they might have the expertise to like know things about TVs and make a good TV.
When they did their own panel for the laptop, I doubt it was as much that they built the internal expertise and more that they were able to afford to get the glass cut in the shape they wanted.
Okay.
Pretty much. Yeah. But even that is a monetary investment. I doubted it was as much of a technical investment.
Rest Assured said monitor first. I actually don't agree.
Oh, strong disagree. Monitors. So the reason, okay, I should explain why.
Monitor space is pretty good.
Monitors, they don't have the same encrapification problem that TVs do.
They're not forcing ads down your throat.
I was chatting with Brad, who's the short circuit channel manager now, and he was saying that they did a video on the LG G something. I think it was the G5 a little while ago, and like the first time setup process for it was like painful, like all the agreements that you're signing, and like you finally get to the home screen and it's just freaking, it's wall to wall. It's just covered in ads.
Yeah.
If someone were to tell you, okay, here's the framework TV, it's the same TV, because at the end of the day, it's not like they're going to go and reinvent better quantum dots. You know, they're not gonna suddenly have the R&D muscle of someone like a Sony or a TCL or a Samsung. That's not happening. That's not what we're talking about here.
It's going to cost more.
It'll cost more, but if it just got the out of your way,
I'd pay for it
and looked like solid, like if it was a B+ in terms of the image quality, and just when you turned it on, it did not take screenshots of the content you're watching and send it back to some server somewhere. It just opened up to whatever source input you sent to it and just worked. I think that would have an incredible value to people. I think we're reaching the breaking point. I think, you know how
on a variety of things.
You know, I've talked a lot about how people seem to have just kind of given up on like the whole privacy ad invasiveness thing, and how I think just the horse has bolted from the barn at this point. Maybe I'm getting hope again.
Oh yeah, me too.
Because I'm starting to see people mad again.
I think it's because the alternatives are becoming a lot more viable.
You think so? I
think so, personally. I think self-hosting certain apps is like dramatically better than it's ever been. I think having your own NAS for your family is as expensive as hardware is right now. Oh, that's
getting trendy, dude.
It's
like
getting
in a geeky way.
It's getting trendy, but it's also getting trendy because it's pretty good.
Oh yeah.
And like there is still upkeep time and you still have to do things for it. But I think the upkeep and the things that you have to do are kind of fun now.
Ados makes a really good point. People never gave up. They just never cared enough because convenience always wins. But that's the thing, is the encrapification is crossing that threshold where it's not
Windows,
convenient.
For me, is less convenient than running Mint on my laptop. Windows gets in my way more, slows me down, and stops me from doing my job more than Mint does. So like at this point in time, the convenient option is to run Linux. And that's not even a Linux nerd. I have never once opened the command line. I don't know why I look down here. My laptop's not with me right now, but
I'm sorry to hear that.
I have never once opened the command line on Mint on my laptop. I've never done anything fancy. All the software I've ever installed is just from the package manager, which is effectively an app store on your phone.
Based.
Like I've done nothing special with that laptop, and it is perfect. Like this is not a weird or special thing, and I'm just genuinely more productive on it because it doesn't pester me about stuff.
All right, let's pick another category.
Sure.
What would you want to see them jump into?
Sorry, you're doing Shipstorm right now. What are you talking about?
Oh, forget. I'm sorry,
That's
Dan.
fair.
Thank you. Thank you for your service.
Bye, Dan.
I have no idea what's going on.
Cool. Good chat. Luke, then. I'll settle for talking to Luke.
Good plan.
What an appropriate response.
I already think I have one in mind for me, but do you want me to go first then? Or do you want to go first just in case it's, the best one and you think of it before I do?
No, I before you ever mentioned, I mean, I'm certain you already had the thought, but before you ever mentioned it, really, the TV thing, I had already thought TV. TV has been very frustrating for me for a long time.
Well, you've had to shop for one, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Rip Luke's TV a couple times recently.
Yeah. But even like someone will ask me for a recommendation, I'm just like, ugh. Like, I don't feel good about any of the recommendations.
Like, well, Samsung has these really great looking, QD OLEDs. Too bad Tizen OS.
Yep.
LG has some pretty good looking WOLEDs. Too bad WebOS has taken a sharp right turn into Crapsville.
Yeah. So just none of it feels good. So definitely TVs. Outside of that, I might need some thinking.
All right, I'm gonna go with mine. I'm gonna see if this kind of vibes with people. But I would actually love to see Framework get into SBCs, like single board computers. It's a space where the cost has crept up on people in a way that was never really the idea, like the kind of the Raspberry Pi contract.
It wasn't the original sales pitch.
The original sales pitch was these things are hyper affordable, they're bare bones, and they've just kind of they've just kind of gotten bloated, both in terms of the feature set and in terms of price. And there are still like very basic ones. But it has felt like for some time that the availability of the ones that are like, supposed to be affordable has been not great. And some of the alternatives are not necessarily getting the TLC in terms of compatibility that the name brand, Raspberry Pis have. I'd be very interested in something like a Framework Pi. If they were able to work with their manufacturing partners that they obviously have for things like the laptop, right? They obviously can make a circuit board, right? I'd be interested to see if they could somehow bring their like upgradable, repairable ethos to single board computers. And I don't know, maybe it's not realistic, and maybe it'd be a stupid business for them to go into, because who wants an ASP of like $15 or $20 or whatever? But it's somewhere that I feel like potentially they could make a difference.
Speaking of stupid business for them to go into.
Yeah.
With the EU's thing, which I don't think we've talked about it yet, but it's one of the topics on this show, I believe. Sometimes the WAN shows really blur into each other for me, but is phones. The EU's pushing replaceable battery phones. Mm-hmm. Now could be the time.
Framework has said publicly that they'll never do it.
That's probably wise.
And Fairphone already exists.
Yeah.
And I think, for me, for Framework to have a reason to come in and like compete with Fairphone, take that tiny, tiny market share of people who care more about like the sustainability and repairability aspect than they do about like, a phone being a more cohesive, high performance product, and then cut that down the middle. It feels like it would be a disservice to both of them to wedge themselves in there, unless they were really bringing up like a powerful value to it.
At this point, people aren't just buying. I know this isn't what you were saying. I'm not saying, oh, so you hate hot dogs. I'm just talking. But I think at this point, people are just buying. Some people are just buying frameworks because they're cool.
Oh, dude, frameworks are trendy.
Yeah. They're like just kind of sweet.
Seeing how excited people are
I have no investment in framework.
Cheer for this company has been very cool. And you know what? Speaking of cool, How much better is Nirav on camera than he used to be?
He's a lot better. Yeah. I was watching that video. I was like, this has improved quite a
This is
bit.
very noticeable.
I saw a couple comments about it too.
He's like, he used to be just awkward, and now he's like kind of cool awkward, trendy awkward.
I'm sure it helps doing our videos, but I suspect in general he's just been doing a lot more of those.
Yeah, and
he
he has to talk to people. He's a CEO.
Yeah.
He has to motivate. He has to like give speeches and stuff, I assume, right?
Yeah.
So you get practiced at public speaking. You don't really have a choice. But I thought he did a great job in the video. Why don't we do a great job of finding another awesome topic to talk about? There's so much this week.
Yeah, that was not shouted out. Maybe we should get through the ones we mentioned at the beginning. Actually, psych, I'm going to pull an audible and do the topic Linus said that I should have brought up at the beginning, or that he expected I was going to bring up at the beginning.
Oh, okay, let's do it.
Gemini has escaped from the cloud. Cirruscale, I've never heard this verbally said, so I'm going to call it Cirruscale. Cirruscale Cloud Services announced an expanded partnership with Google Cloud on Wednesday that will allow them to offer the full Google Gemini model to be used completely offline on air-gapped, unfortunately, Google certified hardware appliances built by Dell and featuring 8 NVIDIA GPUs. So this isn't...
Hold on. Can we get a Luke fucking called it? Can I get one of those, Dan? Can I get one of those?
This is...
Yeah, don't worry about it.
This is probably the most like direct version of what I was talking about that has been announced so far. Because this is like an appliance that you buy that runs the premium cloud only version of a model, and locally for big businesses. This is that like, oh hey, there's going to be mainframes again type conversation that I had in the past. I don't remember exactly how I worded it, but something like that. This will, back to the notes. This will allow sectors with serious privacy concerns, healthcare, government, defense, finance, et cetera, to avoid risking exposure of sensitive data on third-party infrastructure. All the customers' data, inputs, outputs, etc., it's secure because of this. Updating your local Gemini will require a temporary private connection to Google servers, or physically shipping your appliance to Google and being sent the new version. That's
this is for big boys.
Yeah.
But while this isn't, quite the way that I think, Luke would want to do it if he was rolling his own infra.
Yeah, not at all.
What it is a clear acknowledgement that the cloud, it didn't fail, but it wasn't the perfect solution for everyone that it was hailed as.
Well, and like whether or not you believe the stuff with Mythos and whatnot going on right now, I think honestly, the various wars, more than anything else, have been showing us that just a lot of software is just pretty vulnerable to stuff if people are willing to spend the time and often the money to work hard enough to poke at it.
And the more connected it is, the more places there are to poke at it.
Yeah, so if it can just be not connected, then there you go. Google IP is protected by confidential computing protections, whatever the heck that is. And Cirruscale CEO Dave Driggers explained that the Gemini model resides entirely in volatile memory. As soon as the power is off, the model is gone. If the system detects any form of tampering, it shuts itself down to wipe the model. That's, in a weird way, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
That sucks for me.
It's like Dr. Doofenshmirtz made it. It has to have a self-destruct button, no matter how superfluous it is.
That's wild. I don't mean cool in like that's great,
but it's
way.
Cool technology.
Yeah, exactly. It's just kind of
you gotta respect it.
Yeah. I guess, with the description of the types of places that might get one of these, and assuming the cost, considering it features 8 NVIDIA GPUs and all this other kind of stuff, you got some backup power options, I think. I think it's not a huge problem. JB leaves a note. It's not clear from the article, but I'm assuming model in this case might be talking specifically about model weights. Otherwise, Google physically shipping you a new version doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I mean, it literally did say, or I was kind of wondering about that too, but it did say earlier, like you would literally ship the unit back, didn't it?
You could ship it back to get updates.
You could ship the whole unit back.
That's crazy.
So like, they might be serious about that. I'm not sure. But yeah, wild. Kind of cool. I understand that, like, you can, if you pay out the freaking nose, you can get a lot better, like, performing models online right now. But self-hosting models is really cool, and there's some really crazy stuff. There's a Mac OS specific thing. This isn't in the notes, so I'm not going to have details on it. But there's a Mac OS specific model of some kind, whatever. I don't know. I don't remember the name of it, but it, like, basically lives on your cursor, your, like, mouse cursor. So as you're going around and doing things, it'll have, like, the context of what you're looking at, and it runs locally, and it can try to help you with things. And somebody was talking about how they were learning how to use DaVinci Resolve, and as they were kind of poking around, it would just, like, I haven't used it, and I don't have notes on this, so whatever. I saw that via XDA. Yeah, maybe I can find it. XDA cursor
peep.
Cursor
Wait,
peep.
is that what it's called? I don't know. That's what Hamnetics said. I haven't heard of this, so I'm... it sounds a little creepy. Not going to lie, but it runs locally.
Theoretically, it runs locally. A
Everything-
cursor peep is not... No, so that's not the name of it. Man, I can't remember the name of it. But yeah, anyways, it sounded kind of neat. I'm fairly certain it runs locally. Yeah.
My Google Foo is still strong.
It's a relatively
Clicky.
small model, and it's running locally, but it's helpful, theoretically. I mean, I haven't used it. This is the vibe I got from looking through the article.
Very cool.
But there's cool stuff you can do with local hosting, and honestly, for a lot of the use cases people have, you don't need the massive, super powerful models. You can just run some stuff locally, and it can still be helpful. Try it out.
In other sort of AI adjacent news, I don't know if this counts as good news, except that it means that I was right, which I never mind.
It's good for you.
Elon Musk confirmed on Tesla's Q1 2026 earnings call what he had hedged about on a previous earning call in January 2025. He has confirmed now that every Tesla sold between 2019 and 2023 that had their hardware 3 hardware cannot achieve unsupervised full self-driving and never will. This time there was no hedging. This is a quote. Hardware 3 simply does not have the capability. This is not a quote. Owners would need both a new computer and new cameras if they were to upgrade to hardware 4. As recently, this is interesting, as recently as October 2025, Tesla's own CFO was still telling investors, we have not completely given up on hardware 3. I'm going to go off notes for a little bit here.
That was off notes. We just need to make sure.
Do you remember me telling you?
Nobody typed that.
Do you remember me telling you a year ago that I got in that argument with that guy at someone's birthday party?
Yeah.
Where I was like, yeah, hey, I know you're like a finance bro or whatever, and you're like really good at being a finance bro, but don't you think at some point the liability of selling millions of cars based on that they have a feature that they like completely fucking don't have and will never ever have is going to be a problem that might affect the like finance bro care about sphere of finance? I realize that everything I'm saying is very, very complicated, but like this computer, no Dewey thing, you say Dewey, maybe bad timey.
What are they going to do about it? Do they say?
They haven't.
Of course.
We can, hold on, let me get back to the notes for a second here. The core problem is memory bandwidth. Hardware 3 has 1/8 of what Hardware 4 offers, which Musk says makes it physically impossible to run the AI models needed for true autonomy. Many of these owners paid up to $15,000 for full self-driving based on the promise that it was just a software update away. Multiple class action lawsuits have already been filed. Now, I want to make something clear. I obviously seem a little, let's call it, validated right now. That's not because I'm rooting against autonomous vehicles. It's not because I'm even rooting against Tesla. It's because I like seeing liars get their comeuppance, and he was obviously lying. Hardware 3, I remember talking about this way back then. Hardware 3, even if it was years and years ahead of its competition, was a small chip compared to what other leaders in the space were building, like NVIDIA at the time, and they were like not close. It just obviously was not powerful enough. Obviously. And there's no way that Tesla hasn't known this for years. Because if it was good enough to do full self-driving, do you really think that they would go to all the work to make a new chip? Why? That's not how the automotive industry works. When they have something that performs the function they want it to perform, they keep making the same one because that's way cheaper. Or they do what like a console manufacturer might do, where mid-life, they will move it to a new process node in order to take advantage of better power efficiency and better thermal management. They don't just build something that has 8 times the memory bandwidth for fun. Musk says that Tesla will offer discounted trade-ins towards hardware for cars or direct retrofits, but admits the volume is so massive that service centers can't handle it. His solution is building micro factories in major cities to run the upgrades like production lines, though no timeline, no cost, and no concrete details were given. There's a Linus note on this one. This is actually the second time he's admitted that Hardware 3 is not going to be able to do it. The last time was a tweet, though. This time was in an earnings call where, maybe it matters, but probably doesn't. It's been very remarkable for me to watch how many times obvious lies have been told in contexts where, like, legally you're not allowed to lie like that. And this company just has not been called on it. And I find the whole thing very, very baffling. I often get asked, why do you hate Elon? I don't hate Elon. But I don't respect people who don't respect me enough to look me in the eye and tell me the truth. If you can look me in the eye and lie to me over and over and over and over again, why should I respect you in return? You're just a liar. And to me, it's one of the worst things you can be, to have no integrity and to just brazenly lie. I don't respect it.
Do you think there's any room for him having hope that they could make it somehow wildly more efficient and adapt it or something?
So here's my thing.
Because he's going to have to announce it eventually. Why would he wait?
He's either...
What's the benefit in doing it now instead of a few years ago?
The benefit of doing it now is they've kind of pivoted to new shiny with Optimus.
The robots and stuff?
It's about managing the mood as much as it is about, or even more than it is about, financial results or actual product development or anything like that. It's about keeping people chill with the vibe. So this is right in the lead up to the SpaceX IPO, which is going to have him in the news for positive reasons again. So a quiet, that's not going to work. But we've got all these ideas for a plan. By the way, SpaceX. It's part of the grift, right? It's part of the game to just kind of keep things going. And, as for, do I think that there's a world where he really believed that it was 1 quarter away? Well, it would have to be one of two things. Either he's a liar or he's stupid. And I don't know. I'll let him pick which one he wants to be. Because there's no way that someone with all the experience running tech companies that he has would have any way of thinking, possibly. Like when it's so obvious to a pathetic YouTuber like me, there's no way that he didn't have people internally telling him, hey, this isn't going to happen. So he's either a liar or he's an idiot. And so, I don't know. You guys can pick which one it is, but those are the only two options. If he actually believed that it was coming next quarter, then he's a fool. And if he didn't believe it, then he's clearly a liar. So those are our only two choices here. David needs to speak to me. Okay, Luke, do you want to pick a topic?
Probably something I can grab.
David apologizes in advance.
He doesn't mean it.
What should we talk about? I'm going to steal this topic. Xbox drops Game Pass prices as Call of Duty officially exits service's day one launch slate strategy. Now, this is a thing where it doesn't mean that was really fast. It does. Are you back? Good. You're back for good. Yes. Okay. Got it.
I didn't even have time to finish crunching that chip.
Yeah.
Outside of the microphone range. No, I do actually have a quick update for you guys. David needed to cut down the length of the Shipstorm callout in our upcoming video that he was working on. So in order to make up for it, it's going to be a shorter one. I need you guys to buy more stuff from Shipstorm on WAN Show. Dan can handle it.
Okay.
Carry on.
So we were talking about how Xbox drops its price as Call of Duty is exiting the day one launch strategy thing. So Xbox has officially dropped the price of Game Pass Ultimate from $30 to $23 a month. That's actually huge. What the heck?
Yeah, that's enormous.
Effective immediately, with PC Game Pass also falling from $16.50 to $14. But there's a big catch. New Call of Duty titles will no longer be launched day one on the service. Instead, they'll show up about a year later.
That's kind of a yikes.
During the following holiday season. With the COD release schedule, that basically means it's not on there. You can play the single player, I guess.
Or you can play COD with your friends, or you can play like poor people COD and be ostracized. Like when you think about the social pressure of having like the one that everyone's playing, that's basically the divide that they're creating here.
That's a really interesting line, because like, is it? So they're saying $7 less per user is worth it if people are still going to buy full fat COD outside of that.
Yeah, this gives us insight that we would not have any other way of getting.
That's very interesting.
Like how much of the cost of Game Pass is just Call of Duty. Is that wild or what?
Well, at least what they think it is. Yeah,
at least what they're projecting. And it's not like they haven't had a Call of Duty launch on Game Pass, so it's
got some pretty good information.
I'm sure it's based on something. Mm-hmm. That's pretty crazy.
And I know the new Microsoft Gaming CEO, Xbox CEO person said, like, oh, Game Pass is too expensive, but I don't think this is just altruistic. I think it's going to be a business move.
Yeah, she's actually been seemingly doing some pretty based stuff so far.
I like the moves she's at least saying that she's making so far.
Yeah.
I know I was pretty tentative on her because she came from AI background.
Yeah.
But yeah, the statements I've seen so far are good. The like, we are Xbox, we should drop the whole Microsoft gaming thing was dope.
Did you see the new Xbox logo?
No.
Dude. It's badass.
Yo.
So
it's back.
Yeah, this thing is gone.
Good.
And this is back.
That's so good.
That's sick. So I don't know.
Keep making good moves, and maybe one singular thing out of Microsoft lately will be good. I'm willing to be open-minded on that, you know. But yeah, I mean, Game Pass price drop is sweet. The new logo looks fantastic. The whole idea of really centralizing around Xbox instead of Microsoft Gaming is great.
She made a statement. She made a statement about games being human crafted, which I thought was pretty chill.
Cool, sweet.
Yep. Did you finish all of this? Reading through all of it?
No.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Carry on.
This comes just days after the new Microsoft CEO, Asha Sharma leaked memo called Game Pass Too Expensive. The price hike to $30 only happened in October 2025, 1 month before Black Ops 7 launched. Okay, so it was raised for that, so I just lowered it back down. That's fine. For context, Bloomberg reports day one COD access cost Microsoft over $300 million in lost sales last year.
Yikes.
With Black Ops 7 launch sales down over 60% in some markets. Wild. Microsoft spent $69 billion to buy Call of Duty, put it on Game Pass, hiked the price to cover it, and is now pulling it back out. Was the whole thing worth it? I mean, if they're, I mean, it could be.
Dude, we're at the point now where like the billions of dollars for company acquisitions have gotten just crazy. Like, remember when Twitch sold for $1 billion and everyone went, whoa. okay, like for context, Twitch, while not a moneymaker, is a strong brand with like strong recognizability for younger people with countless users. Like it's a hyper powerful social media video platform, and it sold for $1 billion. And then it was just like what was it, like 10 years later or whatever else, that Twitter sold for 44 billion. And I just it's yeah. Are you talking about this 1.75 trillion or whatever? Yeah. Okay. So SpaceX acquires Cursor for $60 billion.
They have the right to. They haven't actually done it yet, but Cursor has been like, you can buy us for $60 billion.
But are we just reaching a point where these numbers are just kind of pure silliness with absolutely no attachment whatsoever to business reality, or is that point well in the rearview mirror behind us? Like,
I think it's behind us, to be completely honest.
Like I would sell Linus Media Group for $60 billion, I'd sell the right to acquire Linus Media Group for $60 billion, no problem. It's like, what's your, I bet I'm more profitable than them.
It's just as legitimately on paper as the memory purchases from Sam Altman.
Yeah, exactly.
Amakur in Full Plane Chat said, as a British Indian, I can confirm it's pronounced more like Asha.
Thank you.
Sounds good.
Was it worth it?
Wild.
Because, I mean, technically they did get more than just Call of Duty. There was Candy Crush Saga. World of Warcraft.
Whatever stuff Blizzard is pissing away. I've heard people are happy with the new stuff.
Oh, yeah?
I don't even remember what it's called.
The latest candies?
No, the WoW stuff.
Oh, really?
Midnight.
Okay, well, that's cool. Yeah, oh, okay. Oli Cool says, yeah, new WoW good.
Overwatch is apparently also like, I think since they just gave up on the whole 2 stuff, it's been getting more traction again, which is interesting.
Wow, Rob Phil says StarCraft tabletop game coming.
What? What?
Interesting.
Please don't tell me it's just Risk.
You have my attention.
Game-inspired tabletop games have been doing pretty well lately, actually.
StarCraftTMG.com. Maybe the page will load. About Archon.
Oh, I'm on it. My page loaded.
Nice. Okay, what am I looking at here?
Tabletop miniatures game. So is it Warhammer? These are very concept arty.
60 to 120 minutes.
It's Warhammer.
Oh, okay. I mean, sure.
Oh, it sure is Warhammer.
Oh. Ooh. Okay, so they're just chasing that Warhammer money.
Yeah. Apparently them Warhammer gamers got them monies.
All right.
My God.
I mean, they don't call it Warhammer 401k for a reason.
That's pretty good. I've never heard that before.
I haven't either. That is pretty good.
That's good. That's good.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Are you going to load a price, please?
I don't think it's going to happen.
Nope.
All right.
Good.
Well, anyway, good luck with that, Blizzard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's do a thing. All right. Where do I find that? Oh, I already kind of did that, though. I mean, sure, let's remind the people that Shipstorm is live on LTTStore.com. We are fighting back against shipping costs that are out of control thanks to rising fuel costs by giving you guys free shipping. If you're on the US store, any order over $150 qualifies for free shipping. And if you're on the worldwide store, any order over 225 Canadian dollars qualifies for free shipping. No code required. Just load up your cart and you are good to go. The best part is if you are a Floatplane supporter plus, so that's over at lmg.gg/floatplane, you'll get an even lower threshold. So this is a perfect time to sign up for Floatplane. All you have to do is sign up for, I believe it's the $13 a month tier, and that will push your minimums down to $100 US or $175 Canadian on the global site. To help you reach these thresholds, we've got some sweet deals for you. We have buy more, save more on blank tees, Scribe Driver pen and pencils for just $20, free tech sack if you buy a commuter or LTT original backpack in the US. And it's running from April 24th to May 7th. So don't wait for the storm to pass. Get in there now. What else am I supposed to be doing, Dan?
Couple comms if you want.
Oh, right. Okay, right. And if you place your order now, then it's a perfect time to send a checkout message. We don't believe in sort of throwing money at your screen just, in hopes that maybe your favorite streamer senpai will notice you. We think that it's great for us to be able to interact with you guys, but we also want you to get quality merchandise in the mail. So we created checkout messages, which are the best way to interact with the WAN Show. All you got to do is head over to LTTstore.com. Luke's on it. Add some terrific quality merchandise to your cart. You went to LTTLabs.com.
Yeah, shameless plug.
Nice.
New site, by the way.
Oh yeah, the new site is live. Now's a great time to go just browse the site and check out all the cool stuff. The team worked super hard on this. By the way, the multi-pocket leggings, dude, smash hit.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember me talking about hey, we really need this to be a success, or women's apparel might not be a thing? Dude, but they're gone.
Classic LTT store fashion. Tried to get some for friends and family. They're gone.
Nice. So many sizes are sold out. So if you want to have a shot at them, now's a great time to go check it out. Anyway, I don't know, throw a scribe driver in the cart. So all you got to do is throw something in your cart and you will see the checkout message interface. You can leave a message. That'll go to producer Dan, who will reply to it, or he will just pop it up like that one that's up at the top right now, or he will curate it for me and Luke to respond to. By the way, there's a new dashboard where you can see your checkout messages. How do people access that?
Where is it again?
So just in case you miss the little, the little pop-up like this.
I think it's at the bottom here.
There's a spot somewhere.
Yeah. So if we go to my screen, checkout message portal right here.
Yeah, so if you're signed in, there you go. Nice. That is the geekiest 1990s, how many page visits my GeoCities site has received thing that I have seen in forever.
Oh, yeah.
I actually kind of like it.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty cool. That's very cool. All right. Anyway, Dan, do you want to show us how it works by curating a couple of checkout messages for us? Before you do that, though, David Gautier's neighbor, Joseph, is apparently a huge LTT fan, and it's his birthday this week.
Oh,
happy birthday, Joseph.
Happy birthday, Joseph.
David never asked for anything like that. So when he was like, hey, it would mean a lot to me if you could shout out Joseph, I was like, yes.
Done.
Sure thing, sir. All right, Dan, hit me.
Sure thing. Happy storm sale, DLL. Can you please tell the story of what happened to the Moto shirt? I was going to buy one as a gift for my employee. Only one. It's all that was deserving.
No, I can't.
Okay.
Sorry, what was the question?
The Moto shirt is no longer on the site.
Oh, yeah.
Up next.
At some point, I may or may not know what I may or may not be able to say about it. But it is not this day.
How has the process for vetting sponsors evolved over time? Any learnings you care to share?
Yeah, actually. I mean, I think in the very early days, we didn't really have a lot of choice. It was pretty much whoever was in my Rolodex from my time at NCIX and, was willing to go to bat for me and try to allocate some of the budget that at the time would have been predominantly allocated to written media for this newfangled YouTube sponsorships thing. It's still wild to me how long the transition took. And even now, as has continued to take, given how data heavy video is, and how sort of obviously more trustworthy those metrics are compared to more traditional mediums like magazines. I've talked about this on the WAN Show before, but did you know that the way that magazines calculate how much you're paying for ads assumes that magazine gets read cover to cover like 6 times or something like that? Newspapers too, they would calculate that every newspaper passed through multiple people's hands and that every person who looked at it looked at every single ad like it was crazy. Whereas with video, we had the world's biggest advertising company with the most sort of, as far as I could tell, trustworthy analytics saying, hey, you got this many views, and people just they weren't into it. They weren't interested in it. So for a long time, it was whoever would go to bat for me and would get us the support to sponsor the videos. And then from there was a big transition to like radio advertisers were moving into podcasting, and then from podcasting, it's a pretty natural transition into like video podcasts. And then from there, a lot of those folks, like the Squarespaces of the world, the like Dollar Shave Clubs of the world, made their way into YouTube. From there, that model proved so successful for companies like Dollar Shave Club that in growing their business, that I think over time it just became sort of part of the playbook. And so nowadays, like I was at a conference recently for YouTubers and YouTube executives. It's over now, so I can disclose that it existed. And one of the big things that YouTube was talking about, that other creators are talking about, is like major brand partnerships. One talked about working with McDonald's. They showed this example of like a collaboration between State Farm and like a more athletic oriented YouTuber who tried to kick like a whole bunch of field goals or something like that. So nowadays you have kind of a ton of choice.
Did a State Farm thing.
So you got a ton of choice these days. And so back to your question about vetting, I guess what I'll say is in the early days, we didn't really have to, because it was all brands that we like already were intimately familiar with the product or the people. And so we knew. Or later on, it was super established brands who, if they had a bunch of really awful skeletons in their closet, it would have come up at some point in the podcasting world, which is like kind of a more sort of professional old school media space. And then now, that your inbox at any given time, if you're a mid-sized or up creator, is just going to be full of sponsorship opportunities. It's a ton of work. So I got to give a ton of credit to both our business team and our community. So we actually, I think the team does a quite good job of just sort of doing background checks on sponsors that we work with, and I also think our community does a really good job of highlighting things that arise with the brands that we're working with that don't align with our values and with our expectations, which I think in turn elevates the perception of the brands that do meet the bar and that do work with, Linus Media Group. So, for us, our brand selection really comes down to that they operate with integrity, that they take care of our viewers. Like if one of our viewers comes to us and basically goes like, yeah, this brand screwed me over. Like I got scammed, and I have receipts. That's something that we want to know, and we have feedback. We have a feedback forum for that at linustechtips.com on the forum, and that's a huge part of it. Just maintaining that accountability and that integrity all the way up and down.
This is super off topic, but you were talking about Dollar Shave Club, and I realized that I haven't heard about them in freaking forever. So I just looked it up, and like they do still exist, but I was like genuinely somewhat surprised by that. I find it really interesting. Certain companies, maybe even certain products. I looked it up. Apparently, Dollar Shave Club is under capital management now. So like, okay, whatever. But certain companies, they just sort of stop eventually. I find this especially in like,
well, they run out of VC capital.
Snacks and certain like grocery store stuff.
Yeah, like Madrinas just was like spending money like there was no tomorrow, and then suddenly there was no tomorrow.
Yeah, but even like
Savage Jerky, is that another example?
No, I'm talking even big brand stuff.
Oh, sure. I mean,
even if you're like under the Coke umbrella or something.
Oh my God, Madrinas not only still exists, but they have a Dave the Diver. Like, what is this? Is it like an energy powder thing? That's hilarious. All right.
Squid flavor.
Sure. Sure. Why not?
But there will be like think of some like snack that would have been advertised on TV like crazy when we were kids. Mm-hmm. And then you never hear about it on any form of advertisement ever in many years, but it's still at the store.
I literally haven't seen a Dunkaroo
there
ad
was
since I was a
Dunkaroo
child.
ads like every channel when I was growing up.
Dunkaroos, get as much frosting as you choose.
I'm sure they still exist. But like for sure. It's weird to me though that they'll just stop at some point. They will just completely turn off the advertising pipeline.
But this, you can't call it a nostalgic snack and then shape the cookie like that. It was a foot. Ugh. Terrible. Literally inedible.
I don't know if I had Dunkaroos, but yeah, there was ads for them everywhere, and then they just stopped. There's a ton of things like that too. When you walk through the grocery store, it's like almost a weird. If you go through like mostly the boxed goods area, obviously, it's kind of a weird experience of like, oh yeah, I remember ads for that thing like 20 years ago. I've never heard of it ever since, other than it just being on the shelf. It's just interesting to me, like how these. If it's Coke, I kind of understand because you probably have an R&D group that's for just like all of your different product lines, and they'll just release some stuff, kind of whatever. But if you're a relatively smaller company, like what you just like fire everyone and stop, but you just keep making your product, I guess.
I literally don't know. Apparently, there were lots of different shapes of Dunkaroos.
Interesting.
Though. I'm finding other shapes of Dunkaroos.
Coke also has murder squads to help. Yeah, I'm not endorsing them.
That's a whole separate thing.
Yeah. To be clear.
Happened in a whole separate country, completely out of your jurisdiction. So what are you going to do about it?
Throw it out of court. It's a wild story if you want to go down a rabbit hole.
Yeah, it really is.
Okay.
Oh, speaking of brands sort of doing things that are not always totally predictable. Do you still owe us another comm? Oh no, we're moving into topics now.
I mean, we could do another one. I would probably prefer that. We have quite a few.
Okay.
All right, let's do one more.
Do it.
I am looking at possibly getting a new handheld. I know Linus has a large variety of them. I have the OG Steam Deck. Is it worth it to upgrade to something different? Money is not in consideration.
Oh, I mean, yeah, sure. If money's not in consideration, buy one of each. Okay, I know people don't...
I hate it when they say that.
People never really mean that money is not a consideration. Money is always a consideration. You could literally be shopping for a private jet and money would still be a consideration because there's degrees of copious amount of money. But, okay, I'm gonna assume that what you meant is that you could fit into your budget any one handheld. And if that's the case, I got to tell you that I haven't yet seen my perfect Steam Deck upgrade. There are handhelds that are bigger. There are handhelds that are better. Or faster, rather. There are ones that have features that the Steam Deck doesn't have. Like if you wanted an OLED screen, you could get this one, or if you wanted
there's Steam Deck OLED
better compatibility, but they have an original Steam Deck though. If you wanted more compatibility, there's ones that run Windows. If you wanted one with detachable like Joy-Con things that have like mice in them, Lenovo has one that does that. Like you name a gimmick, somebody has it. If you want one that has like ergo grips, there's the Xbox Ally Series X Ally thing, something like that, right? But Valve keeps saying, hey, we need like next generation level hardware in order to rev the Steam Deck, in order to do a Steam Deck 2. And Valve keeps holding off. And I kind of... It's hard for me to disagree with them. Now, with that said, I do daily a more powerful handheld. I have an ROG Ally. That's actually my daily driver, which is crazy because I actually have an Xbox ROG Ally X, whatever it's called thing, in my house that I don't use because, and this is going to be crazy sounding, when I'm playing handheld, I actually prefer the flat deck compared to the ergo grip thing, or at least I don't prefer the grips enough to be worth how much extra space it takes up in my backpack.
Do you think it's, okay, that's a pretty interesting argument. Do you think it's hand size?
I think that's part of it, but I think it's also just like that the ergo grip thing is like perfect for playing like this. And I don't always play like this.
Okay.
Sometimes I'm lying on my tummy.
Yeah.
Sometimes I roll over onto my back, and the flat deck just works a little better for me. So that Ally that I upgraded on Short Circuit with the JSO upgraded battery and then the new back on it, so it's a little bit heavier. is actually still my preferred handheld out of all of them, even though it's like an older handheld, sir, but it checks out, you know.
I never played it laying down looking up, but my favorite for ergonomics handheld, if you can even call it that, was the Wii U controller.
Oh yeah,
I really liked.
Oh yeah,
the like feel. That's one of the reasons why I was like a little frustrated with the Switch when it first came out. I was like, I get it. The Wii U controller is really bulky.
Oh yeah,
because it was set up for a home console.
The Switch like practically pocketable by comparison.
Yeah,
like it's
but it just
nice.
It didn't feel like my hands were very cramped on the original Switch. Yeah.
I mean, my hands were cramped on the original Switch. Yeah. Okay. With that said, there is a handheld that it is next generation in terms of performance, but you would be spending here, hold on. What does a Win 5 go for right now? Here it is, gpdstore.net. Okay, 9 reviews. Okay, people mostly are pretty into it. Okay, that's good to know. This guy's a little disappointed, but still gave it 3 stars. All right, what's a Win 5 worth right now?
Ooh.
$2,000. That's not even the top configuration. That is the base configuration. 1 terabyte of storage. That's actually the one that's the most painful to me. Like, okay, I want 2 terabytes of storage. So, excuse me, another $400.
Storage is so ridiculous right now.
That's rough. I want to go to a Ryzen IMAX 395. Oh, that'll be $2,800, sir. Also, okay, you also get, oh, wow. Okay, well, I would certainly take the 64 gigs RAM, 2 terabyte storage, and the better CPU over the 4 terabytes, 32, and then lower CPU, because these ones, it's not just the CPU that's worse for this one, it's also the GPU. So this is the more powerful GPU. So yeah, you're spending $2,800 US dollars.
Handheld, bro.
And it's barely handheld, dude. It has like this like battery pack thing that weighs a flippin' ton that clips onto the back of it, or how I usually ended up using it was with the weird tether. Yeah,
especially the tether. If you're like commuting on a train or something with a lot of your time, which I suspect a lot of handheld bros are commuting on trains or buses or whatever, I could see that being fine, to be honest.
Yeah, so here's the tether. It's pretty...
That's weirder than I expected, to be honest.
Because it's just the battery.
It looks like it was for like a platform or something. Am I seeing that wrong in the picture?
So this is the clip interface here that sticks onto
the battery,
the battery interface that is on the back of this battery and is on the back of the machine.
Okay.
And then it just like goes to an umbilical cord to the back of the thing. So it can be like this, or it can be like this. And so, yeah, is there something better than the Steam Deck? Like, yeah, there's lots of things that are better than the Steam Deck in some way. But there is, in my opinion, nothing that is better than the Steam Deck in every way. And that's tough. That makes it tough for me to recommend something without like knowing you and knowing exactly what you're after. And I can see why it makes it tough for Valve to go, okay, here's Steam Deck 2.
Yeah.
And especially now amidst the RAM apocalypse.
I don't blame Valve for waiting at all. I think it makes sense. I think my time, I'm like, I've already kind of convinced myself I'm going to buy a Steam Deck 2 when they get announced, like right off the hop.
Bet.
I feel like it's too late to get one now, yet out of all of them, that's the one that I want right now, if that makes sense. So I have my Switch 2. I'm just going to hang on to that. I was contemplating selling it, but no, I'm just going to hang on to that. And then when the Steam Deck 2 finally comes out, I'm assuming it's going to be another like 2 years. Hopefully not much more than that.
I think 2 years sounds about right.
Yeah.
Because by then we'll be like well into Steam Machine and Steam Frame life cycle, so they'll have had some time. Because realistically, ain't no way that the Steam Machine, Steam Frame team is not pivoting to Steam Deck 2 once they're done. So give them a year to get everything kind of going with those.
Yeah.
And then there's no way that they don't get some resources for Steam Deck 2 and then make that happen.
Oh, hi, Josh posted, do you play games that are too much for Steam Deck? It might still be worth it. That is a super interesting question that I've had some conversations with actually some people in the labs about of like,
That's a super fair point. If you want to play Balatro,
if it's a Balatro machine anyways, then who cares?
What does it matter?
It could be a fun video for you guys to make, is like the Steam Deck however many years later.
95%, no, not 95, but like 85% of my hours on my Ally or Steam Deck over the years are tape to tape.
I also, yeah. And
I could have played that on anything.
Yeah. Another angle, and this was not my idea. I don't remember who said it, but maybe it was even you. I have genuinely no memory of who said this, but if you
like
could
a smart guy.
somehow get like the original or close to the original version of SteamOS on it and compare the performance then to now. I don't know if we benchmarked it at the time.
I don't really think so. There'd be
Someone might have.
There'd be so many variables. I think someone might have actually done this.
Oh, maybe? I don't know.
Wasn't it NVIDIA only though? And like, I think maybe you could like hack in Radeon support. I don't remember the details well enough. I'd have to. They should put NVIDIA
for
cards.
the Steam Deck.
For the Steam. No, I'm talking original SteamOS.
No, I'm not.
Oh, you mean SteamOS 3, but like the first version of SteamOS 3.
I meant, the first version for the Steam Deck.
Got it. Oh, I thought you meant like...
I didn't say that. It's my bad.
Sorry, the one from like 14 years ago.
No.
Or 10 years ago or whatever
that'd be a little nuts. I more mean like what performance changes have happened. Like deep diving, what is it like to own a Steam Deck this many years in? I think would be kind of fun. So like how much performance gain have you had from updates or lack thereof? Who knows? But I think it would be gain. How is your like, hey, let's look at like the top 10 games that are compatible with Steam Deck in terms of players right now. How well is it performing on the Steam Deck? Like, is this still a highly viable device for most people? Stuff like that. I think it would be kind of fun. A little interesting.
I think it's a cool idea. We have so many video ideas on the docket
Issue
right
is
now.
BIOS updates would be difficult to downgrade. Yeah, we'd have to try to find like an unboxed one or something. It wouldn't be an easy thing to do.
Yeah.
But it could be kind of fun.
I feel like that's the kind of thing that Valve, if they weren't so flipping busy right now, might even be interested in helping us with. Hey, could you guys... can we ship you a Steam Deck and can you please put it back in like, there's no way they don't have it somewhere.
So my expectation is that there's actually been some pretty massive jumps in performance looking at like the things that have happened in Linux gaming ever since the original launch. So that could be like, honestly, a really good thing for them to have.
Something that'd be a good thing for us to have is a more coherent strategy for how we're transitioning to the WAN Show channel. I think we may have to just pull the plug on streaming WAN Show to LTT because right now it's causing a lot of confusion for people. We go live and we have a separate VOD on the Linus Tech Tips channel and on the WAN Show channel. And I got to say, I'm actually surprised and impressed with how much of the community has flipped over to WAN Show channel. It's not quite 50-50, but it's like getting there a lot faster than I thought. So WAN Show channels around number? 5 views.
That's views. Okay,
yeah,
and
so
then the live
people cycling in and out.
Live one is the far left one.
Yep, concurrent.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so I think we might just have to do it sometime soon here.
I didn't foresee this, but it totally makes sense.
Yeah.
The second someone told me like, oh, there's 2 in my feed, this sucks. I was like, oh, right.
Yeah, I'm really sorry. We do need to co-stream for a little while, but guys, if you are watching on Linus Tech Tips channel right now, please, sooner rather than later, get subscribed over on The WAN Show. So go look for the channel. It used to be the LMG Clips channel. We rebranded it. Go subscribe over on The WAN Show. We got to get everybody moved over there sooner rather than later, or you will not see WAN Show anymore. And the reason for it is it's a business reason. Luke and I are now 50% co-owners of the WAN Show, which means it's got to get off of the LTT channel in order to secure its long-term future. Thank you, WAN Show, for your service. All right, let's jump right into our next topic here, which is, oh Lord. Should we do it? Let's talk about it. AMD's Ryzen 9 9950X3D2 Dual Edition launch. If you were wondering how the chip performs, it's virtually identical to a 9800X3D or a 9950X3D in gaming. It got a 4 to 5% improvement in productivity workloads, like kind of creator-focused stuff, and in some science workloads, it did even better than that. But for most people, it doesn't really make sense unless you see it as maybe kind of like a budget workstation CPU for folks who can't afford a Threadripper and also don't need the PCIe lanes. And also don't need the insane memory bandwidth of Threadripper, and don't need the upgrade path to many, many, many more cores. Don't need registered DIMMs. They just can use ECC UDIMMs. There's a lot of compromises using it as a budget workstation, but there is an argument to be made there. Of course, with such a interesting launch, naturally the more exciting component of it in the community has been the discourse around AMD's sampling strategy, which...
You can tell the CPU was not super interesting.
Well, can you? Because some reviewers felt that they were left out. You know what? I'm just going to read the thing. In our communications with AMD, we were told that they had limited units and wanted to focus on developers before sending units to reviewers. That seems to be a message that did not quite line up with their strategy, because some very gaming-focused channels, like Hardware Unboxed, were provided with samples. This confusion has led some to assume that AMD was preferentially seeding to friendly reviewers or even blacklisting certain publications. Tech Power Up noted that even retail partners had received instructions specifically to not provide any units to publications for review. Sourcing review units from retailers is a pretty common practice and has at times been approved by AMD in the past. Igor's lab criticized how this sort of selective sampling hurts consumers because they don't have access to the broad amount of data they usually would to make an informed decision. One of our fellow channels in the industry released a video stating they believe they've been blacklisted by AMD. This came from GN, who said AMD excluded us not only from sampling, but from information about the announcement. They also noted that they have been moved to a third-party PR agency rather than communicating with AMD directly. So, as for our side, we also are communicating with AMD through a third-party agency. The agency did get in touch, and they did answer some technical questions before launch. They were not timely about it, and they did not provide us with a chip. I have in my notes how we got our chip. It apparently fell off the back of a truck just outside of Smash Champs, our affiliated badminton club. So that's really fortunate, actually. And in summary, no, AMD did not blacklist anybody because we didn't get a chip. Basically, this comes down to their sampling strategy was different for some reason.
Weird.
What it looks like to me is regional. So outside of the North America region, YouTubers seem to have gotten samples. And then within the North America region, it looks like they went for more written media for reasons that are AMD's and AMD's alone. I have not seen any evidence that AMD is selectively seeding to publications that are more likely to be favorable.
Big company problems to you?
Oh, 100%.
So one region's office had a strategy and it didn't necessarily match other regions?
That's what it kind of looks like to me, because obviously we are not blacklisted by AMD. I mean, we partner with AMD on a very regular basis. They literally buy $5,000 tech upgrades for our employees' homes. Like we're in constant communication with AMD, but we were told, we're not seeding this CPU to you. So I don't know, man. Other than just, hey, big companies do big company things sometimes, I don't think there's too much to read into this one.
Seems like a weird move. I'm not like crazy surprised, just because I suspect they probably kind of knew how this news would go. But in general, I would still like to see all of the CPUs go to CPU reviewers.
Yes, and
personally.
I mean, but it's never even been a thing. Like, think back to like how Intel has done their seeding for a lot of their like series launches, where they sent like this chip and this chip. And sometimes it really seems like self-owning. Like, remember when they launched Core Ultra on the desktop?
Yeah.
And they sent us like the worst ones?
I sure do.
And we're just like, hey, do you want to sell these or not? Because these ones are clearly the cool ones, and we literally can't put them on our benchmark charts because y'all didn't seed them to us.
That was super weird.
Like, man, I don't know, man. Big companies do big company, like, dumb stuff all the time. And maybe I'm just used to it.
Maybe it's this does seem like, I don't know, X3D specifically has like a very alluring pull to the tech enthusiast crowd. I feel like not including it to video or written reviewers is a little bit odd. And again, I understand that this chip is also a little bit odd.
Yeah.
So like maybe it's fine.
If I was
just with the naming,
If I was AMD, I'll be honest with you, knowing what I know about this chip, I might have seeded it to like
I might have just not done it.
Wendell and Phoronix, and then just like not bothered outside of that.
Yeah.
Because I might be interested in the perspective of someone who's, you know, more attuned to the enterprise space, and then someone who's like hyper attuned to like the Linux and like scientific space, and then realistically, it's X3D, and you're gonna throw that in the marketing because marketers got a market and they're gonna want to sell it to gamers because that's how big company do things, but in terms of like caring about gaming outlets making a review of it, I'd probably have like zero cares.
Yeah. I mean, based on the benchmarking that happened, it's like, yeah, I would probably agree with you if they knew what was going on there.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously, a company like AMD knows what their chip is before they release it, which actually I shouldn't even say. Sometimes you do. Sometimes you really do have brands tell you, they're like, oh, hey, so do you love it? And you're kind of like, no, it's slow and expensive. And they're like, what?
It's fascinating. To me, that's just marketing PR teams being disconnected from technical.
It's got to be.
That's usually the understanding for me. Because, like, you remember the whole backplate thing? Was it Gigabyte? I think it was Gigabyte.
Yeah, it was Gigabyte with that GPU.
And the board was like, how could you? And then the technical people were like, yeah, we knew.
Yeah.
We didn't tell them that. They just put that in the marketing.
Yeah, when they had like some kind of misleading marketing on their product page.
Yeah, they said their copper backplate cooled the GPU by 3 degrees. And it turns out that just having no backplate also cooled it by 3 degrees. It was just their old backplate warmed the card by 3 degrees because it was so bad. So it was, yeah, anyways, whatever.
You know what's not bad, though? LTT Tools casually getting reviews on like PCGamer. What the heck? This came out of nowhere for me.
What?
Right?
PCGamer. Have they reviewed any other tools?
I don't know. LTT ratcheting screwdriver and Precision Pro multi-bit screwdriver review. Serious Tools by Jacob Ridley, published not on April 1st, but actually on April the 8th. So this was
pretty sweet.
Yeah, this was a little while ago, but I just thought this was pretty cool. And it actually included an anecdote about an experience. I don't remember meeting Jacob, but apparently we've at least crossed paths at some point because apparently this was his expectation from me. I wasn't sure what to expect upon opening the YouTuber branded boxes. Having once upon a time been at the same booth at a show as Linus, as he was loudly disagreeing with someone about quality control, I had a pretty good feeling about the quality of the screwdrivers before they arrived. That was a good assumption too, as now they're in front of me, they feel sturdy and well put together.
That's funny. That's pretty good.
It's an interesting paragraph that really highlights, I think, why sometimes we do take what feels like a disproportionate amount of flack sometimes when we make a mistake, because that's what we do is we point out things that are not good enough. And when our job is to point out things that are not good enough for a living, then people expect us to do the same bloody thing internally. And it's funny because sometimes it would be easy to think about something like that and go, oh, that's too much pressure. I wouldn't want to work somewhere like that. But you know what's cool? Is I think our team actually embraces it in like a big way.
Sorry, I'm not laughing at you. Yeah, no, I think so. I think they do. Sometimes our product development timelines are also really long, but this is probably part of why.
Yeah.
At least part of why.
Oh, dude. There's a product coming.
The battery bank?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to say, you put it in a video. You don't have to be...
I tried the prototype.
I have no idea what he's talking about.
Yeah, you do.
I do?
It's the one.
Really?
Come on, man.
Really?
I tried the prototype. It fucking slaps. Dude. It's crazy.
Oh, that one.
Oh, yeah.
You're that hyped about it.
Dude.
Okay.
It's nuts.
Hell yeah.
I want to quadruple the order. Like, dude.
Really?
Dude. I don't even know what the quantity was. I
That's
want
really
to quadruple
exciting
it.
for me, just because I feel like I can't spoil it, but there's
Oh, we can't say it. It's
for
too
the
early.
same reasons that he's
It's
really
too
excited.
early.
I'm really excited. Yes.
Did you try it? Did you try it?
No.
No, I'm talking to him. I don't know what you think. I care what he thinks.
No comment?
But did you try it?
I don't know if I have one or not.
No, you don't have one.
Might
okay.
be.
You might be thinking of something else.
Well,
There's only one, so nobody has one except
Okay.
someone.
Then no.
Okay. No, don't worry about it. Forget about Dan. Forget about Dan.
I have not.
We'll never forget about Dan. We love Dan, but just
In this context?
in this, yeah, for now.
It's
Dude.
I'm very happy to hear that for a huge variety of reasons.
Yeah.
And I'll leave it there.
Anyway, the point is we have a really passionate team and we embrace those challenges.
The
Anyway,
timeline for that is like,
it's tight.
yeah.
It's going to be crazy.
Yeah.
Knock on wood. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, the PC Gamer review, I thought it was pretty fair.
Cool.
I think there was like one thing that I was like, oh, I think you might have kind of overlooked that, but it was like super, super minor. And I thought they did a pretty good job. They compared it to sort of, obvious things like the iFixit Protect Toolkit. Anyway, thanks, Jacob, for taking the time.
Sweet.
Appreciate
Very cool.
you. What do we want to talk about next? We're supposed to do another topic.
It is not the coal bar hammer, and guys, that is a
Never happening.
never happening situation.
Oh yeah, never happening.
Every SK Hynix employee could, I think that's a bold could, but could receive, it might happen, could receive $477,000 bonuses this year. Woo! Almost $900,000 next year. Apparently 35,000 workers are set out to benefit from a share of $169 billion in projected operating profit for the year. SK Hynix agreed last September to remove its previous bonus caps, hilarious timing, and allocate 10% of annual operating profit directly to employees as performance bonuses, with analysts forecasting around 250 trillion won, or 169 billion, I'm assuming US dollars,
nice,
in operating profit for 2026. That works out to roughly the previously mentioned 477,000 per employee across its 35,000 person workforce, on top of the $95,000 in profit sharing already paid out in February. If profits keep climbing, bonuses could hit nearly $900,000 per person next year. Woo! The AI boom is driving all of this. Demand for HBM memory chips used in AI accelerators has sent memory prices through record highs, and SK Hynix is the dominant supplier. The company's transparent bonus formula has become a recruiting weapon against Samsung, which is now facing its own crisis with over. So this is the thing that I thought we were originally talking about for some reason, which is why I said maybe. I guess the previous stuff is pretty locked in. The maybe stuff is this. So sorry, I had the wrong reaction there. Samsung's union,
over 30,000 Samsung union
There it
members
is.
are demanding a similar deal.
With a strike date set for May 21st. That's crazy. A strike right now could seriously hurt earning potential. This is very interesting to watch. Samsung's union is pushing for 15% of operating profit, pointing out that their bonuses currently amount to less than 30% of what comparable SK Hynix workers receive. Samsung management countered with 10%, which the union rejected.
Dude, this is crazy to watch. This is some peak tier
This is nuts.
negotiating. Like, remember when we were talking about everything that was going on with like SAG-AFTRA and in Hollywood, down south, and I was talking about like kind of bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see how it works out for them, because they were striking at a time when a lot of studios were actually paring back their productions and losing money on a lot of big tentpole projects, and like
This is the hard opposite of that scenario.
this is the timing you want.
Yeah.
You're a specialized worker in something that is absolutely banging.
There is a place making record profits that could definitely hire you in it could very easily definitely hire you, and
Yep.
I think they are.
Yeah, they've been apparently taking advantage of this situation right now, because from an SK Hynix standpoint, I can see why not? Because you're going to allocate 10% of your annual operating profit. So what do you care as like at the management
if the bubble
level
pops?
No, I just mean, what do you care at the management level if that 10% is allocated across another 1,000 people? You don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Right? Because no
That
one's
makes
going to be
sense.
complaining, because as long as the profits go up, their next bonus check will be bigger anyway.
And it's going to be so freaking monstrous.
So if they spread it across more people, they could basically just bleed Samsung dry.
Yeah, that's wild.
Woo!
Wild.
Woo! This is gonna be an interesting one.
Yeah.
And to your point that I think you were getting into, again, SK Hynix has nothing to lose here, because if the bonus quantity is derived from operating profit, then when the bust inevitably happens,
On the other end of this, it just
Then-
auto scales down.
it auto scales down.
Because it's still 10% of annual operating profit, but if they're just not profiting as much, then it just goes down. So like realistically, the employees are winning super hard when the company's winning super hard, and then when the company isn't winning super hard, it'll automatically kind of correct itself. You don't have to have rough conversations with people about how their wages are going to go down. It's just,
Well, we sold less RAM, so
yeah.
there you
it
go.
goes.
Dude, it's crazy the kind of scale that these companies work on.
Yeah.
Like the fact that they allocate only 10% of their annual operating profit to like performance bonuses. That's crazy. Like ratio wise, we are way above that for overall, like how much we allocate of our operating profit to compensation. And yet
This isn't to compensation though.
No, it is. It's to bonus.
Just performance bonuses.
I know. Oh, but the performance bonuses are like the bulk of their comp now. It's crazy. I was looking at the
Now,
numbers.
yeah.
So like the fact that they have relatively only that amount allocated to employee compensation.
That's not true though. That's what I'm saying.
It's a little more, basically, is what it amounts to.
Yeah.
So like that and a little more allocated, and they're able to pay out base salary plus $477,000 per employee. Like the amount of money that memory manufacturing is making right now
Crazy. Yeah.
is flipping insane.
Yeah.
Flipping insane. And sorry. That last number was slightly wrong. It's actually over 500,000, because that 477,000 was on
Plus
top
95,
of
right?
95,000
Right.
already.
Yeah.
Like it's these wafers, right? If you got the
Imagine-
fab license to print money, Luke.
Yeah, imagine getting you're just out of school and you get a job at one of these companies right now.
That's it. I'm moving to Seoul.
Yeah.
See you later. I'm
Hey
out.
guys, I can do something. I swear.
I could do PR. I could do PR for SK Hynix. I could be their video guy.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
I don't know about PR.
Yeah, no.
Man, you can do media.
We could change our company. Hey, we could do what that shoe company did. We raise a bunch of money and we do Rod's idea, Linus Memory Group.
There you go.
Yeah,
there you go.
We'll build a fab. Just give me a small loan of $1 billion, and then we'll build a memory fab. We got
Well,
this.
isn't their whole thing? They're not even building the fab. They're just like acquiring the hardware for you. So if you're building a fab and you need a bunch of GPUs, they will like get it for you.
The shoe company?
Yeah, I think that was their strat.
I think they're building. I think they want to build data centers and then like just lease access to them, like everyone in their dog is doing.
Okay,
Have they crashed yet? Is that over?
Who knows? Was it?
Hold on here.
What do they even call Allbirds?
Oh yeah.
Woo!
Oh yeah. Okay. So here was the
They're
thing.
still.
So yeah, they spiked to $17, and they're all the way down to $7 now. That's going to keep going. This is not financial advice, but that's gonna keep going in that direction. In case anyone was wondering.
So there's like one stock that makes any amount of sense on the stock market?
Yeah,
good.
I'm going for that's going to be the one that actually performs according to its basic fundamentals.
I believe you.
Not financial advice.
I
Not
will
financial
take your
advice.
financial advice. Thank you very much.
Dan, don't think I don't see what you type in chat.
What, is apart from a bull?
Goes, Linus is a bear, confirmed.
Well, you're saying that it's going down.
Yeah, don't think I don't know what that means, though.
Just because I use a double entendre doesn't mean that it's not true financially.
Not financial advice. Not employment advice either. Call your boss a bear.
You're too skinny.
Dude, I weigh so much right now. God. No, I definitely don't have the hair.
People.
But I like weigh a lot now. I'm 174 pounds now.
Take creatine way more.
Take more creatine. I don't want to weigh more than this.
Way more.
Way more.
No, I don't want to weigh more than this.
Mass maxing Linus.
No, I don't. We don't need that.
Thighs as thick as anything.
Yeah.
Tree trunk
Do you want
Linus.
thighs bigger than her or not?
Bigger than Taylor Swift?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Think of
Do you want to win this or no?
I don't. It's not a competition.
Honestly, that's
I think
quitter
it should
energy.
be.
It's not
That's
a competition.
quitter energy.
Linus watermelon crushing tips.
Yeah. That should be next year's April Fool's, is you relaunch the OnlyFans, and it's just videos of you crushing watermelons.
Leggings for men.
Leggings that have like padded,
they're like 5
inner
foot
thigh
4.
areas.
They're like, for normal people, like they would not fit around the waist
We'd have
at all.
We'd have to create like a low friction space age material between the thighs so that they don't wear out from all the like.
That's what I was. Yeah.
Yeah.
All
there
right,
you go.
I'm into it. Oh, I thought you meant padding, just so that when you're crushing watermelons, like it doesn't hurt. You know,
Oh,
you
it
just
wouldn't
have,
hurt.
like, a-
Oh, sorry. We were. I understand what you're saying now. We were not talking about the same thing.
yeah, okay,
you know, like elementary school, you had those planners with the cover that went like zip, zip. When you ran your nails over it, put one of those in the inside of each thigh so that when you walk, it's like zip, zip, zip.
Dude, that would be the like most 90s parachute pants. Like,
Yeah.
It kind of
vibe.
would.
They put
actually.
little 3Ds on them too.
Yeah.
Just your face going back and forth. That'd be
yeah.
great. Write that down. Write that down.
No, we're not
won't-
writing any of
You
this
won't
down.
gain that much though, and then in a lot
Corduroy,
of
yeah.
cases, you lose it afterwards.
All right,
You should take it anyways.
all right.
You should take it.
You'll do better at badminton.
And brain.
Might also help your brain.
Not medical advice.
What are you saying?
Not medical advice.
Yeah.
It's actually true. I don't, but I have read some papers, but I still don't know.
We should probably tell you about our sponsors for the show today. Vessi. Here in British Columbia, we have a bit of a convoluted and old saying. If you don't like the weather, just wait 5 minutes. If it doesn't change, hey, at least you have your Vessis. Okay, yeah. No, our weather doesn't change quickly. Thank you, Mark Twain. People are saying that all the time because Vessi claims their shoes are 100% waterproof, so they are fit for both predictable and unpredictable weather. Vessi's Weekend Neos are a great choice for spontaneous adventures into the city on the weekend or that trip you have planned for Japan this summer. The same Dymatex that protects them from the rain is also breathable and lightweight, making them great to take with you on the go. They really are super light. I'm wearing Vessis right now. Plus, the minimalist design of the Weekend Neo will pair well with just about anything in your wardrobe. Every pair comes with free shipping, a 1-year warranty, and 30-day hassle-free returns. So if your April plans involve moving, commuting, traveling, exploring, or just putting on shoes, then stay dry and comfortable and simplify your packing with Vessi. You can get 15% off your weekend Neo at Vessi.com/WAN Show or by clicking on this right here, or scanning this. See this? Scan it. Just scan it. Vessi. The show is also brought to you by Squarespace. It's the current year, folks. Maybe time to stop advertising your business on telephone poles and bulletin boards at the laundromat. Your business needs a website and one that is personalized to your brand, and that is where Squarespace comes in. With their design intelligence tool, you can get a sleek website that aligns with your company's image in just a matter of minutes. And from there, it really is as easy as dragging, dropping, and then making small tweaks before you are ready to be up and running. Then, if your business needs to make sales, what you need is built right into the platform, including popular payment processors like Apple Pay and Direct Debit. They even let you punch in your company or project name and will help you find one of millions of URLs for your domain. It's that easy. So start building your website today and get 10% off your first purchase by visiting squarespace.com/WAN. All right, Luke, you want to pick one?
Sure. Let's see here.
Pick the rap.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yes!
LTT Wrap. A month ago, we posted a video about TikTok hacks, and one of the hacks was that we looked at was from user RapTech269Nice4, who made a rap about how to use UTILLman to log into a locked Windows user account. Well, he's back, and this time he has one about our merch.
Okay, I'm not going to play the whole thing, just because I want you guys to watch the whole thing.
Yep.
So I'm only going to play a little bit of it. Have you seen this?
No, I haven't.
Oh.
But I'm giving him a view right now anyways.
Oh my God. Okay, here we go. You ready?
Yeah, see if this works.
Yes.
Tech PCs. You know what? I love the style. Guilty of too much charisma.
Hey, Linus said I got too much charisma on site, so he sent me all the gear. Now we gonna do it right. Screwdriver, first precision, build another level. No stripping, no slipping. Every bit it hits the bezel. Hey, every side is good for wherever you're running.
Is that amazing or what?
That's
It's up
pretty
on
fun.
YouTube Shorts. Yeah, Noki's posting it in the chat. Like, how... Luke, do you think even with his help, I could ever be cool? What, Dan? Say it.
Somebody posted something funny in chat.
Sure they did.
He might have enough aura that while you were with him and with his help, you
Yeah.
might be able to pull it off.
Right, okay,
But
so-
I feel like once he's removed from the scenario, you are yet again not cool, even if he received your help.
So basically, I'm
Even
like,
if you received his help.
with training, I could be posse grade cool.
I think so.
Okay.
I think so.
Well, that's fine. I'm just glad that he likes the product, and I am. My life is richer for having watched this video earlier today. You guys got to hear the rest of it. It doesn't go downhill from there. That's what I'll say. Go check it out. RapTech269.4.
Speaking of hopefully not going downhill,
Yeah.
Apple names new chief executive to replace Tim Cook. Apple has announced that Tim Cook will step down as CEO on September 1st, 2026, and John Turnus, the company's senior vice president of hardware engineering since 2021, will be taking over. Cook will move to executive chairman. The transition was unanimously approved by the board and follows that what Apple describes as a long-term succession plan. Turnus has been at Apple since 2001, working under both Steve Jobs and Cook. He's been the guy behind the hardware side of iPad, AirPods, and recent iPhones. and has taken on an increasingly visible role at Apple events in recent years. At 50, he's roughly the same age Cook was when he took over in 2021, and roughly 1/10 of the age of an average world leader. Under Cook's 15-year run, Apple went from a $350 billion company to a $4 trillion one, launched Apple Watch, AirPods, Apple Silicon, Vision Pro, and built out the services business. The biggest challenge waiting for Turnus is widely seen as fixing Apple's struggling AI strategy, which is lag behind competitors. Interesting. I don't agree with that at all. Yeah. I think they're actually probably doing like the smartest move in the room, but we'll see how it goes. I know a bunch of people have been saying like, but if someone figures it out, they're going to be so far behind. And it's like, I don't even think so. With the rate at which models are being open sourced, and honestly,
and how
the rate
good
at
Apple's
which
hardware is for running it.
that too, and the rate at which people seem to be very happy to just jump companies constantly. Like the relationship with AI companies and their employees is very, very tenuous. They're just kind of bouncing around all over the place. If Apple wants to turn it on, I think they absolutely can right now. And I don't think they will right now, and I don't think they should right now. I think they are wisely waiting out this insane storm of spending, keeping their insane amounts of cash that they have, instead of just blowing it all. And then when the timing is right, maybe they'll step in, or maybe they'll have a different solution. Who knows?
Yep.
Maybe they'll get paid money to use someone else's model as like an advertising thing.
Kind of like
something.
when they lost the search engine war, or browser
Exactly.
war, or whatever. Like,
yeah. Like maybe they'll find some way to make it work out in their favor anyways.
that does tend to be the Apple way.
Yeah.
Don't be first, just be Apple.
Yeah. So it doesn't feel like an error to me. It also it would feel like an error if Google wasn't doing it,
Yeah.
but it does not feel like an error that Apple isn't doing it.
Yeah, I with that.
Yeah.
We actually, this was one of those ones where, you know how we've talked about needing to be more agile as a company in our
Yes.
in our video production.
Yeah.
This is one that I sent this. Okay, hold on. We're gonna have to back up a little bit. Over on Floatplane, I was reading through the comments on one of the exclusives that we did. So there's a video where we have this kind of series, I guess now, because I've done it a couple times, where I interview other executives or other leaders here at the company, and sort of have a business meeting on camera, just like Luke and I do on WAN Show every week for you guys, but with different people. And it was actually a commenter who was talking about how
I like this comment. I know what one you're talking about, actually.
James and I talked about being kind of a big ship these days, and that being a real challenge for us because we've lost some of the agility that we had in the past. And Biohazard 4524 says, to keep James's analogy of them being a big ship that turns slowly, what I think they would love is to be more like an aircraft carrier. Yes, the massive ship turns slowly, but you can launch fast craft and helicopters to go try that new thing, to be a platform to make quick things doable without going under. And I actually immediately screenshotted this and posted this in the executive chat and basically went, this is what we need to do. We can't stop being a bigger ship than YouTube channels that are literally one person or two people or even 5 people. We were more agile when we were, a dozen people. And that's just inherent. There's more.
That makes sense.
There's more people who need to know. There's more people who need to approve things.
I have had some conversations recently where we'll talk about like, okay, we could do X, Y, or Z thing. And the response will be like, yeah, but then we're going to have to do this and that and this and that and this and that. And I've been trying out a response of just like, what if we just didn't? And it's kind of fun watching people's brain explode.
And so basically I was like, okay, but we have to find a way to be more agile, to get things done quickly and circumvent the process when it's necessary. And this Tim Cook retirement announcement is actually something that we went aircraft carrier mode on. So we kept the ship going in the direction that it's going, and a small team of one of the relatively new writers on the team. His name's Sean, and he put together like sort of some key milestones from Cook's career and like kind of a draft of what a script might look like. And then I sat on the plane on the way back from the event earlier this week, and I banged out a script. We shot it the morning I got back in. It was edited today. I'm going to review it tonight, and it goes up, I think, this weekend. And so we need to start doing a better job of that. And the only way to start doing a better job of it is to start doing a better job of it. Just fucking do it. And so we're putting it in action already. And this was just such a great example. I don't remember how we got on this topic even, but this was such a great example of the importance of community feedback in what we're doing and how dialed in. And it's not just me who's reading this stuff and who's engaging with you guys. It's lots of people here at the company who just care and just want to make a better product, whether that product is a shirt or whether that product is a video or whether it's a streaming platform or whether it's, hey, why don't we transition into another topic here and let's have a look at some of the sick content that's been posted on LTTLabs.com.
Yeah.
Check this out. Dude, Nick and Steven working on some pretty sick freaking content. This is such an interesting question that when Intel announced this, I was like, oh yeah, I wonder how much this helps. I wish someone would like look into that. And then little did I know.
And you didn't ask us.
Little did I know somebody was doing it, and that somebody was apparently me. Thank you, Labs team. So the long and short of it is that Intel has some tools that can help especially their new Core Ultra 200 series processors perform apparently quite a bit better. And so there's actually a few different optimizations: Intel Extreme Tuning Utility, or XTU, Intel Application Optimizer, and then the new Intel Binary Optimization Tool, or iBot. And pretty much you go in here, you tweak all your stuff, they show you like how to enable it, and then boom, here is the improvement in performance that you can get with a 200S series processor. So these are the newer ones, with boost off and with boost on. What exact chip did we use in the test bench? Where is it? Yeah, I can't remember off the top of my head either. It changes the PL1 profiles. What chip is it? Okay, well, this is something we might have overlooked a little bit. Oh, no. Here it is. So with the 285K, oh, no, sorry. This is not the new plus one. So this is the older 285K, which gets a pretty substantial boost, actually, across a pretty wide variety of games. Anywhere from like 2.5% to over 4%. And that's in 1% lows. So that's pretty cool. And then with the new plus, the new 270K plus, we actually got way less.
Yeah.
That is pretty fascinating. So yeah, guys, go check out that article. And that's just one of the cool things that went up this week. All right, did the CMF 2026 one go up not this week? They must have just I must have just come across it. No, that one was 2 weeks ago.
I thought you were talking about the phone brightness one.
No, that one we talked about last week. But this one slipped my notice. So this is talking about like color on Apple's new displays. Really, really, really cool article as well. I didn't see it until this week. So I'm getting to the point, man, where I just like am like chilling and waiting for LTT Labs to release a new article.
I'm noticing
like, oh, that's interesting.
that you've been
I find them
noticing
on Reddit.
them without. No one will ever go to the damn website by itself. That's,
no, they will. They will. Be optimistic, Luke. hey, you gotta
I have to point this out. You have to understand, we still have people asking us, like, when are you guys going to have an RSS feed? It's right here. It's right here. It's also right here. It's also hold on, just in case. Hold on, I gotta go to the bottom. It's also right here. And if you click on here, it's everywhere. We can't put it in more place. We get people go out of their way to email us asking when we're gonna have these things, and Please use them.
Yeah, use them. It's good. It's good stuff.
Come on.
Heck yeah. Way to go, LTT Labs. Love to see it. All right. What else we got? Oh, this is cool. I actually, man, I'm on the fence now because I knew you'd be excited about that whole bringing cutting edge models on-prem with like the Gemini hardware appliance. But I can also see why you picked this one for one of your headlines. YouTube is opening up its AI-powered likeness detection tool to all of Hollywood. Actors, musicians, athletes, and the talent agencies and management companies that represent them will be able to use this tool that works kind of like Content ID, except for faces, scanning the platform for AI-generated deepfakes of enrolled individuals and then letting them review and request removal. It is free, opt-in, and works even if the person doesn't have a YouTube channel. The tool's been in a phased rollout since actually late 2024, starting with CAA clients and then expanding to about 5,000 creators last fall, then to politicians and to journalists in March. The entertainment industry is the biggest expansion yet, with CAA, UTA, WME, and Untitled Management already on board. YouTube says that enrollment data is only used for detection and is not used to train Google's AI models. Flagged videos are reviewed individually, and content that falls under parody, satire, or commentary may stay up. The expansion comes after the Sora launch last fall flooded the internet with deepfakes of celebrities and dead public figures, making the need for this kind of tool kind of hard to argue against.
It's cool that YouTube's doing it. That's sweet. And for free. That's awesome.
YouTube is not perfect. I call them out in public and in private on a pretty regular basis. However, let's look at all the other large video platforms.
This is, I know I've said it on WAN Show before, but this is what I keep going back to.
TikTok, Meta. Dude, relatively speaking,
they're awesome.
They've been...
For a company to be on top as well, for as long as... Not only around, but as big and on top for as long as they have been, I am very surprised they don't seem way worse and way more corrupt than they are.
Think about how often big tech changes the deal, pray I don't alter it any further.
Yeah.
And with
Constantly.
users, I think there's a pretty strong argument to be made that they have changed the deal in pretty substantial ways. Some of those changes, in my opinion, come with the reality of just not being like VC funded anymore and needing to run a profitable business model. I can't blame them for that. You got to eat. But in terms of the way that they've engaged with the creators on their platform, the ones who give it the value, the way that they have consistently stuck with that profit share model is nuts.
Yeah.
Literally, even seeing how the model works, whether we're talking Vine, whether we're talking TikTok or Meta, no matter who it is, even seeing that obvious playbook that has worked so well. YouTube call it a flywheel, right? The flywheel spins. Creators create amazing content, which benefits YouTube, which makes money, which goes to creators who spend it on content, who make better content. That flywheel that YouTube relies on to continue elevating the level of content on it and attracting creators to it. It's in public. It's plain for everyone to see. And nobody else can just... They can't do it. They can't take out their wallet and just share the revenue.
Kind of funny because by many accounts, it's like actually cheaper and easier than doing something like Netflix where you have to make the content yourself. But just no one else will do it. But I still maintain like YouTube is really cool considering what it could be. And there's some stuff that sucks. I'm still salty about the dislike button and shorts have been very frustrating for me. Although I do have an interesting update. I heard on the open source creator Discord, a few people got access to the app update and it does what we were hoping it would do. When you set your shorts limit to 0 minutes, it removes shorts entirely from your like main page. But if you go to a creator, you can still find the shorts. And that is completely fine in my mind. I still don't like that if you do manually go find some shorts, it's incredibly easy to bypass your 0-minute limit. But the fact that it kind of removes it from there is cool. And
I got it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's check it out.
Okay, so I have it now. Short speed limit, 0 minutes. So
You might need to restart
I'm gonna close the app,
Yeah.
and then I'll log into my account. Actually, no, I'll stay on the LTT account, I guess.
I saw shorts.
Okay, so
I see
wait,
Shorts.
I see shorts immediately. No,
They're gone.
They're gone.
Wait. Scroll down.
Nope, that's play. Oh wait, YouTube playables. Oh, for crying out loud! Can I get rid of these? Not interested. Okay.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, no shorts.
Holy bananas!
Sweet.
Top news. Holy bananas, dude. That's crazy.
No shorts.
Also, this is a quality recommendation.
You're going to get
Drinks a beer from the glass, but that's boring. That's good. Ooh, yeah.
How is that? How is that in my recommendations right now?
fantastic. Those yeah.
That's a throwback
Was that
for
the
sure.
work account? Someone's
yeah, I think
looking up the Das Boot beer song.
Amazing. That19.com.
Is that 19 still around?
I have no idea. Now I want to know.
Yes.
All right, let's see what's on VAT19. Oh, okay.
It feels like the same stuff though.
This is literally like I think they made the video about this 5-pound gummy bear over 10 years ago.
Yeah. Honestly, I saw the gummy bear and then I saw the micro magnets and I was like, nothing has changed.
Dude. I mean, look.
Why would you?
Hold on a second. Get out of here. Look, listen, sir. I ain't a mathematician, but let me tell you this. Times
How much is it?
$57.09.
57. Woo! In gummy bears, dude. Let's go.
$5.7 million of gummy. We're in the wrong business, sir.
You should be making gummy bears. Make some creatine gummy bears. Do it that way.
That is wild. It's interesting that they put like a purchase counter on it. Seems like every product.
That is
not
interesting.
just it's not just key ones. Rubber chicken pen. That seems like dancing. Okay. Well, yeah, that's definitely a site that still exists. The supersized playground ball with unmatched durability.
No
It can
purchase
handle-
count on this one.
It can handle a little. Oh, this is new. This is in their new tab.
I see.
Okay. Catching a ball with the world's largest glove. All right. Man, internet, you've really gotten to be a thing, haven't you? Let's talk about HUDIMMs. HUDIMM.
Yeah.
Have you seen this?
Yep.
I'm not quite sure if this qualifies as good news, but it's certainly
It's news.
fascinating
It
news.
might be good for I don't know.
No, I don't think it's. I don't.
I think it could be
I think it's just dumb.
super cost-effective computers where you just need something.
I guess.
You need a RAM stick in the computer so it can turn on.
Intel, ASRock, and Team Group have unveiled HUDIMM, half unbuffered DIMM, a new DDR5 spec that uses one 32-bit subchannel rather than the usual two. Fewer memory chips per stick means that it can be cheaper to produce as long as you don't need the extra capacity anyway. With that said, early benchmarks confirm the trade-off is pretty brutal. You get a little over 50% as much bandwidth across the board, which makes sense because if you had a single 32-bit subchannel instead of two 32-bit subchannels, then you would have half as many 32-bit subchannels. Then, in order to get the performance that you might expect from DDR5, you would actually need two HUDIMMs in dual channel, and that would be the same as like one conventional DDR5 stick. The whole thing exists because of the DDR5 shortage that has been driving prices through the roof. It's aimed at entry-level desktops and office machines that don't need peak memory performance. But hear me out, DDR4 for those. Okay, that doesn't help office machines. And like, oh man, it just feels like a lot of manufactured e-waste. One interesting thing though, is that you can apparently start with a HUDIMM today and then add a regular DDR5 stick for an asymmetric setup. So we've seen asymmetric memory before. I remember back AMD socket A. So this will be a deep cut. Did I use it right? Socket A.
Yes.
Had 3 sticks. Had 3 memory sticks. And the way that it worked was, even though it did support dual channel, you had 3 memory sticks, 3 slots. So you would install 2 sticks in dual channel, and then you could install a third memory stick in the last slot that would operate in single channel mode. And the idea behind it was that you'd use the dual channel memory that was running in dual channel faster speed until you had too much in memory, and then it would overflow into the single channel one that was slower. NVIDIA also famously pulled a similar move on the GTX 970, which had 3.5 gigs of RAM at full speed, and then it had the other 0.5 gig of RAM at a lower speed due to the way that the memory bus was configured. It wasn't that big of a deal in either of those cases. It worked pretty good, but
I don't think this will be a huge deal either.
I still think HUDIMMs are maybe just like not maybe amazing.
I don't think they're cool. Maybe it'll help, again, office computer situations, but yeah.
Neat.
Hopefully they're relatively cheaper enough that it'll be helpful.
The thing I actually found most interesting about it was how they apparently tested it. So let me see if I can find a picture. Tom's Hardware doesn't have a picture of it, so let me have a look. Maybe Tech Power Up also has an article. Do they have a picture? Show me the picture. I don't know. I saw a picture of how they tested it somewhere, and basically they just took a regular not HUDIMM and put some Kapton tape or some like packing tape over the contacts for like the other 32-bit subchannel. I was like, oh yeah, okay. I guess that would work as long as you have BIOS support for just activating the one side. I was like, oh, okay. I would have never thought of it. What if I just taped over half of the fingers on my memory stick before I put it in? Yeah, no, I wouldn't. I would not think of that. It wouldn't occur to me. No, we'll do that after. The EU is starting February 2027 going to require batteries and portable devices to be, and this is a quote, readily removable and replaceable. Huzzah! And, this is key, that has to be by end users using commercially available tools. No proprietary screws, no heat guns, no solvents. Replaceable batteries must also stay available for at least 5 years after a product leaves the market.
This is super interesting.
This is super cool. But there is a notable exception. Devices that manage to hit IP67 waterproofing and that can maintain 80% of their battery capacity after 1,000 full charge cycles are exempt. Apple already meets this threshold on every iPhone since the 15, and most flagship Android phones likely do as well, meaning that the phones that many enthusiasts actually care about may not be impacted by this, and many of the phones that people may not find to be worthwhile to bother repairing because of the costs involved in, upgrading or repairing a device, may be the only ones that are actually impacted. Some outlets, though, are reporting that this could still push manufacturers toward easier battery access across the board, since budget and mid-range devices that don't hit the exemption thresholds would need to comply, but the regulation may end up changing very little about how flagship phones are built. Our discussion question is, if every flagship phone qualifies for the exemption, does this regulation actually change anything, or did the EU just write a right to repair rule with a loophole big enough to drive a phone through it? Given that not everybody buys flagship phones, which seems to be kind of a carrier subsidy sort of market assumption, that everybody just like has a flagship phone, it just might be a few years old or it might be a current one. No, I think this could actually make a substantial difference because those more value-oriented mid-range phones, where either they didn't pay for the IP certification or they are not built for it, could end up being built in a way that makes the batteries easier to replace, which is never a bad thing. I do worry a little bit that, again, the devices most impacted by this might be the ones that also aren't getting software updates after that time.
Yeah.
And therefore might have security concerns around using them. But I consider this still progress.
I was going to say steps.
And phones are just a small part of the portable electronics picture. Like, I got super offended by my stupid old toothbrush that had a battery that was clearly intentionally designed to be impossible to replace. Not impossible, but very difficult. I was just like, this is offensive because the only reason that this doesn't work anymore is because you made sure it wouldn't. It sucked, and I resolved never to buy a toothbrush from that company again. I don't remember who they are, but I still have it.
How did they do that?
Basically, just like the way that when it was closed up, the way that it closes kind of like
break it.
Latches and things like conceal the access cover, and I can understand a little bit of that it might have been done like kind of maybe for water resistance, like it used a magnetic charger, so it was like quite sealed up. But I think it seemed intentional, and when I looked up a guide, it seemed even more intentional. I did not like that.
Yeah.
Very upset. Yeah, I think it was Oral-B. Fire Panda Sasquatch says, I'm pretty sure it was Oral-B, so I will never buy an Oral-B toothbrush again unless they fix their biz. So yeah, I could see this making a much bigger difference in spaces like other personal electronic devices, maybe not as much in phones.
Speaking about fixing their biz, I don't know if this is positive. Maybe it is. Nintendo is getting tariff refunds, apparently, but their customers should probably get those, considering they raised their prices. 2 U.S. gamers have filed a class action lawsuit against Nintendo, arguing that the company is about to double dip on tariff costs. When Trump's tariffs hit last year, Nintendo raised prices on Switch consoles, Switch 2 accessories, and controllers by $5 to $50 across the board, explicitly citing tariffs as the reason. CEO Shuntaro Furukawa told investors in May 2025 that tariffs would be incorporated into the price. After the Supreme Court ruled the tariffs unconstitutional in February, Nintendo sued the U.S. government to get its tariff payments back, and the government is now processing roughly $166 billion in refunds to over this isn't just a Nintendo, okay, well, to over 330,000 importers. The plaintiffs argue that since Nintendo already passed the tariff costs on to customers through price hikes, getting a government refund on top of that means Nintendo collects the same money twice. Nintendo isn't the only company facing this. FedEx, UPS, Costco, and eyeglass importer EssilorLuxottica have all been hit with similar lawsuits. FedEx actually promised to pass refunds back to customers and got sued anyways.
Oh, America.
Hilarious. When asked back in March whether it planned to share refunds with customers, Nintendo said Nintendo would only say, "We have nothing else to share on this topic," which is akin to saying nothing. Discussion question. Nintendo passed the tariff cost to customers and is now collecting a refund from the government. Should companies that raise prices be required to pass refunds back?
All right. Alon asks, Linus, if you get a tariff refund for LTTstore.com sales, would you return them to customers? So,
did you raise prices for tariff stuff?
For us, it was not black and white. We did not simply increase our prices and then adjust our new retail price according to our new cost.
Or walk to Mordor.
Or walk to Mordor?
You said
one does not simply. And what I suspect is that for a lot of other companies, it probably wasn't that black and white either. So let me explain, what we did when a certain someone had a little fit about whatever and decided to go to trade war with the whole world for some reason. Basically, we went to our suppliers and we said, hey, it could significantly impact our volumes through you if you are not able to do anything to help us help our customers weather this storm. So some of it was absorbed by the manufacturer and supplier partners that we engage with, both onshore and overseas. All right. Some of it was absorbed by our customers. We did raise prices on some items.
Okay.
However, some of it was also absorbed by us in multiple forms. So for some things, for example, you might have noticed that t-shirts are substantially more expensive on LTT Store US compared to LTT Store Global. That is not because we are making more money on the US store. Back when this whole thing first happened, I made the call for us to, in spite of the extremely high tariffs on those t-shirts, basically eat the margin on them.
Yeah, because I think that's the last I heard of it.
We, as far as I know, unless anything has changed, our pricing for t-shirts on lttstore.com is higher, but it is only higher reflective of our increased costs. If I recall correctly, we are either not making money or barely making money on t-shirts on the US site ever since this whole thing went down. Also, there were other costs that were incurred by us that were not directly related to
That's one I was going to bring up.
Product cost. We spent an inordinate... No, I'm not going to say spent. We wasted a fucking inordinate amount of time and money dealing with shit that was completely unnecessary. None of this had to be done. We literally had to roll out a U.S. warehouse in order to soften the blow of these price increases, these import taxes.
And store.
For our American customers, we had to develop a split store that has now a global store and a U.S. store.
That also created more friction, which reduced sales. It also, increasing your price because of tariffs will reduce your sales as well.
There was an impact on our sales volumes. So we took an impact to our profits. We took an impact to our sales volumes. We took an impact to our overhead. None of which is directly... only one of which is easily sort of directly measurable. The rest of them, it's hard to say exactly how much of it was borne by us versus borne by someone else.
That being said, I'd love to see consumer relief as well.
Yeah, and I think did we talk about this on WAN Show or just off WAN Show?
It's very multifaceted in how this impacted sellers. But I don't know if we did or not.
Did we talk about this on WAN Show or off WAN Show? Because I think I did talk to you about how it does seem kind of f***ed up that at the end of the day,
just businesses are getting helped.
Shit always rolls down a hill, right? And so the end user, I mean, I talked about this and it's so weird because the math is just math, right? The math is math. And so at the end of the day, if there's an increase in price somewhere in the supply chain, at some point, the customer will pay for it because that's the only way that someone has to pay for it, and it's always going to be the customer. And it sucks that ultimately the customer, bore a lot of these costs, and then it's not the customer who is. I mean, I don't even see how you would administer a program.
I've been trying to think about that.
Where every customer would go back and what would they claim against?
I don't think you could do it accurately. I think you'd have to do it for I think you'd have to ignore. I think my way would be below a certain income threshold. You just get a certain amount of tax break or something. Have to do it below a certain income threshold.
But it's based on direct consumption. So how would you do that fairly?
Impossible to measure.
Yeah, because
I think it would just have to be the same amount for everybody.
Yeah, it's definitely very
not technically impossible to measure, but oh my god. Yeah.
So, in summary, I haven't seen how much we're owed yet. Actually, I think that Tony said that sometime either last week or early this week
he'd have a measure. There you go. Yeah.
He'd have a rough idea. I'm gonna ping him now. Any idea on what we are owed for tariff stuff? Let me see if I can. I'll see if I can find that out. But What I suspect is that it's nowhere near what we spent reworking like our company
There's no way because
to deal with this crap.
It's not measuring the intangible stuff, all the insane meetings, the massive amount of opportunity cost.
Like the time that people like me and Taryn and other senior leaders at the company spent talking about this instead of how do we make more videos or make more products or serve our audience and serve our customers in ways that are positive and constructive instead of just undoing completely unnecessary negative impacts it would be pretty tough for us to measure after the fact, to be honest with you. And so, yeah, the bottom line is I really don't,
Hamnetic said the tariff income balances out to about $450 US per resident.
450, was it that much?
That's wild.
That's insane. I mean, yeah, it makes sense because it was on so many imports.
Yeah.
Man, this is gonna come across like crazy, but a small part of me actually wishes that at least, they had stayed in effect then. At least then the whole thing would have been for something.
Oh, yeah.
Because now it's for nothing. Basically, a whole bunch of global companies had their time wasted. A whole bunch of consumers had their money wasted. And there's no extra money to put theoretically into public services. It's just the whole thing is just, and now there's the additional overhead of having to administer this program and refunds.
Ultimately, what ended up happening
It's all
is
for nothing.
the U.S. government made life super hell for a lot of companies and is now going to have to pay them a ton of money.
I think there's interest too.
From consumers.
I think there's interest.
And consumers are going to get hyper hosed because they're not going to get jack. So the U.S. government just shoveled money towards companies, which is effectively just shoveling money towards rich people.
Yeah, but shoveled money towards companies after costing them a bunch of money.
Yeah.
So not even just giving a handout to the rich. You're like, hey, do a bunch of unnecessary work and have a bunch of unnecessary expense.
Yeah.
And then
we'll pay you back with interest later. Thanks. You're still going to be at a loss on this, but thanks.
I'm at a loss.
Yeah.
Hey, but we've got some good news because it's Good News WAN Show. Apple has fixed a flaw that allowed the FBI to access historical push notifications.
Yeah, that news sucked. I didn't like that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm happy we're back to good news.
Which one?
I don't know.
Oh, the Nintendo getting tariff refunds?
Yeah.
I mean, it's good news for Nintendo.
Yeah, technically.
In Apple's update notes for 26.4.2, it includes a logging issue was addressed with improved data redaction to resolve an issue where notifications marked for deletion could be unexpectedly retained on the device. Before the fix, cleared or deleted notifications were sometimes stored in a notification database, which had been recoverable using forensic extraction tools. I believe it was Signal who flagged this. And our discussion question is, good job, Apple, because apparently they got it taken care of relatively quickly. So I think that's pretty cool. That's Apple putting their money where their mouth is, putting their development efforts and towards something that really benefits the privacy of their users, and I'm always going to support that. Oh, I might have accidentally minimized a couple of just like impromptu topics. I still have one of them here. This is pretty good news. Yeah, if there's another one, HexOS has gone v1.0.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, remember the whole controversy when they first announced around local dashboard access?
Yeah.
It is now live.
Which is good.
Which is good and should have always been a thing. But hey, look, John, their CEO, is one of the nicest, most humble people that I've ever met. You know, when the community told him, hey, you're wrong about this, even though there are, you've got all your technical reasons why it made sense to do it the way you did it. This is really important to us. You're wrong. He said, okay. By the time we go 1.0, we'll have it. He made the commitment. It's done.
Great.
And you gotta you don't have to, you don't have to like the thought process. You don't have to like how long something takes, but you gotta respect the follow through. So HexOS, for those of you who are not familiar, is the NAS software that I invested in a while ago. And man, I was at Creator Summit, and 3 creators spontaneously came up to me asking me about like what would be the ideal thing for keeping their data safe, like 321. One of them even described the concept of buddy backup to me and asked if there was something on the market that existed like that. And I was like, it's coming. Buddy backup's not implemented yet. The local dashboard is there, but buddy backup is still coming soon. And the idea behind it is that I could give Luke a couple hard drives for him to put in his NAS. He gives me a couple hard drives for me to put in my NAS. And then we're just buddies, and we just use a secure tunnel to store encrypted versions of essential data on each other's NASs. We don't pay any subscription fee to any cloud provider. It's just buddies backing up buddies. And I'm so excited.
Just things Windows definitely could have solved.
I know. Okay, why are you bringing things negative now? You're sad about Windows. I get it.
Yeah,
you know what?
Sorry. It's my bad.
You know what? I get it.
The last topic just threw me off, man.
No. We're not going to let the vibe be wrecked. Hey, that was the other one. I remember what the other thing I wanted to talk about was. Okay, we're going to get into After Dark real quick here. Oh, wait, no. We're going to get our sponsors done first, but then I have something really important I want to talk to you guys about. The show is brought to you today by Shokz. Not many people know this, but about 3% of people experience something called musical anhedonia, which is a sciencey way of saying that they don't like music. Really? I did not know that. For the other 97% of people, though, music is meant to be enjoyed in so many places. A lot of the time, you still need to be aware of your surroundings, though, despite immersing yourself in the Backstreet Boys discography, and that's where Shokz OpenFit Pro open-ear headphones come in. They allow you to get dynamic and distortion-free sound while still keeping up with what's happening around you. The 3 built-in microphones help reduce noise so that the person on the other end of your calls isn't constantly asking you to repeat yourself, and they're built to minimize pressure on your ears and stay in place even during the most intense workouts. The case offers 50 hours of battery life, with a 10-minute charge being all you need to get 4 hours of playtime. And hey, even if you're the rare kind of person who just plain doesn't like music, the Shokz OpenFit Pros are great for podcasts, audiobooks, and taking calls on the go as well. Check out the Shokz OpenFit Pro using our link in the video description. The show is also brought to you by Tello. Want a wireless service that doesn't drive you crazy? Tell me about it. Haha, get it? Hey. Tello gives you flexibility and control when it comes to building your own phone plan, with plans starting at $5 and unlimited at just $25 a month. You can even bring in your old device and keep your old number. And just because you're saving money on your plan doesn't mean you're losing coverage. Tello gives you reliable nationwide 5G coverage on America's largest network. And if you have any needs or questions about your service, they have live, friendly, and responsive support. With Tello, every plan comes with what can be extras on other carriers, like Wi-Fi calling, hotspotting, international calling, and more. Check out Tello's unlimited plans by scanning the QR code right here or checking out the link in the video description. All right. Shoot, I forgot what it was. Balls. Right. Good news, WAN. Should we just continue it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that was a shorter conversation than I expected. When we were leading up to it, and even maybe after the first one a little bit, I saw rumblings. In the chats and in the forums and Reddits and
never watch again
out there in the comments. I expect more 360 degree coverage, and you know what? That's totally fair.
I think we can compromise it a little bit. I think particularly important negative topics can be included.
But in general,
I think we should aim for general positivity.
I
think with the state of the world right now, I think to a certain degree it is our duty to...
He said duty.
And I think this is true for like a lot of creators, to try to, do the song and dance, be a place that doesn't have to be as dark as where a lot of other places are right now.
Sorry, what did you say?
I'm like super tired. I woke up at 3 a.m. So,
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, that was not coherent, but I understand what you're saying.
Was it actually not? It seemed fine to me. Be a place that is not as dark as everywhere else.
Then you said something about other creators. Are they? Because I don't.
No,
I'm
saying it's the job of us collectively.
Oh, okay. Now I understand.
Not necessarily genuinely everyone, but like.
Okay, cool. That makes more sense. Okay, according to Tim, it was perfectly coherent. It must be me. Sorry, I've been traveling a lot
I also
too.
did. Yeah, I'm genuinely wicked tired. So like,
We're good.
it makes sense to me if it was not super coherent.
Luke said, "Let's get pizza." Yeah, nice. Yeah, I'm just after the first couple, I started to see the rumblings go away. And the rumblings started to go the other way. And I felt the same way.
Also, dude, like we would finish WAN show and I'd like feel all right. And a lot of the WAN shows of the last like while before we were doing this, I'd finish WAN show and I'd just be kind of down.
Yeah, and like I was more than down sometimes. I was like done.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like I even have a character for like when I can't anymore, you know? And that's like, that's not a state you want to reach every Friday.
He hasn't been kicked off in a while. And I think a big part too is like, I think this is universally true for all of us. We're all getting the negative news.
Yeah.
I don't think they also need it here.
Yeah.
Like, and again, if it is particularly important or a particularly big deal for whatever reason, sure, we can include it. But if it's like, okay, you have to pick one.
If Lena Khan passed away, we would have to cover that.
And that would be bad news.
That would be bad news. That would be cataclysmic bad news.
Yeah. But if you're trying to compare, like, which one of these two topics should we include, and they're pretty similar in importance level, but one of them is good news and one of them is bad news, ditch the bad news one.
Yeah. How about this? How about
if it's an important security thing or something, we can still flag it.
I'm going to say 90% ratio.
Yeah, I think that's reasonable, to be honest.
So you can pick, so we'll tell the news team, and actually I'm usually the one who goes through and picks the topics for the show, but whatever. So, but basically when you bring the menu, if you're bringing 20 topics, only 2 to 3 of them should be negative topics. So pick the ones that are important.
Stay the Path said exactly. Algorithms make sure you get the bad news. And I think that's kind of an interesting way of approaching it, is we should try to be the opposite.
Yeah. And I'm so here for it.
It should be a positivity skewed algorithm of news.
We've been live for almost 3 hours now. And if I compare how I feel right now, like how just tired and drained I feel right now, because it's a little bit like we've been on for 3 hours, right? It's a long time. Like I don't actually envy like game streamers who are live for like 10 hours a day, like some of them like 12 hours a day. Those guys are crazy. It can be draining.
Other than being awake for so long at this point, I don't feel the like social exhaustion I often feel from WAN Show, because it is such a like, ugh.
Yeah, I don't feel like that.
That topic was heavy and gross. Time to go into the next heavy and gross topic.
Yeah. Ready to feel down again.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's not like we don't know these things. We literally like have to review them in order to, get the topics together for the show. And it's not like I didn't notice, Google, that your news feed scrolls infinitely now and never says you're done. Okay, well, unless you're having like an issue with, loading on your data or whatever, right? I'm getting it all, and I know you guys are getting it all. I want to move forward with Good News WAN Show. Maybe that's just it. Maybe the WAN Show channel is an oasis of positivity and optimism about technology amidst just a sea of diarrhea about technology,
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
And now let's do some checkout messages. Dan,
I also think there was I don't know if I addressed this on the show or not, but there was one of the first Good News WAN shows. Someone pointed out that we like got off topic for a second. We got really negative about something. I don't even remember what it was. And we got kind of like called out for it on Reddit. And I agree with them. Because whatever it was we were talking about, I don't remember what it was, but it just wasn't very important. It didn't matter. And we still talked about it on a Good News WAN show. And I was like, that was unnecessary. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. If it's necessary, let's talk about it. If it's not, let's keep it positive. I think that's cool. Yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay, yeah, we've got quite a few today. Luke, every site wants me to make a passkey these days. How is it possible the passkey is more secure than a strong password? I have 2FA and still get asked to make a passkey for those sites.
I wish I could answer this for you better. I honestly haven't done enough research on passkeys because they're so infrequently available.
I feel like the passkey utopia that we were promised
It failed.
did not happen, and I'm
well,
the
I
hybrid-
can't say it failed.
well, it didn't happen. I didn't say it failed. I said it hasn't happened.
Yeah.
And this hybrid of like sometimes using
The
a
hybrid
passkey
sucks.
and sometimes a password and sometimes a 2FA token or a notification on my phone is actually just worse than any one of those things. And I it is starting to get like almost like a triggering thing when I need to log into something. Like I had to get into the labs building today, and I'd been logged out of Unify, and I was just like,
Dude, you got to get a fob. It's the way to go.
well, see, I carry the actual like master key to the building, so it was only because I was going in the side door that it mattered. So it's like, yeah, whatever.
Stife 2002 said passkey is basically asymmetric encryption. It's something you have, takes the knowledge and phishability completely out of the equation. This is why I haven't even bothered to look into it, because no, it doesn't, in my opinion.
And then why do I even need it? Because my phone is already a thing I have, which I already just biometrically authenticated for. So your passkey is already redundant. Like
and
I just
the reason why I'm saying no, it doesn't is because most services that I know of that have passkeys also allow you to just have like, oh, we'll just text your phone, bruh.
yeah.
You want another option for sign-in? Yeah, we can just text your phone, dude.
Do you remember that
No
time?
problem.
Remember that time I showed you how many authentication methods I had on one of my
Yeah.
accounts?
For Google or something.
Yeah, it was like terrifying because
Yeah.
half of them didn't even like work anymore, but they had just all been set up at some point.
Yeah, and the site said that's the implementation. It's horribly implemented, like horribly worst ever, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, no, I totally agree. I wasn't saying technically what you said was wrong. What I'm saying is that right now, as they are, they're kind of irrelevant in my experience. I have autofill already, so they don't really make it so that I log in any faster. It's also not doing biometric stuff like you're talking about, so it doesn't really skip a step on mobile either. So it just like, I don't know. And then you can just bypass it by using a different method. And you can say like, oh, well, I won't do that. But for us, personal security is like a little bit less important than org security. And any user can just be like, well, I'm going to include being able to text my phone. So, yeah. Passkeys can require biometric authentication. It's the site's choice. This is like almost my whole point is that they don't. They're not doing that. They are also allowing you to, in many actually like high important account situations, bypass it entirely by texting your phone, which is like the worst possible thing. It's the problem is like the tech can be as cool as the tech wants. If it's not used fully and uniquely, then it just doesn't matter. Because it can be as secure as you want. If you're still receiving text messages, it's all out the window. There we go.
Hey, la. Can you talk about an event where the outcome still boggles you?
Sure. Actually, I was thinking about this just earlier this week because of the whole supposed blacklisting of certain YouTube media by AMD. Like I was kind of asked to give an example of a time when a brand, had a seeding strategy that didn't really make any sense to me. And there's one kind of favorite story that I have, and it was a large multinational display manufacturer who had like the hottest display on the market. Like this, like, it was so cool. It's like this like giant curved, like freaking amazing. Nobody else would have had the stones to make something like this. And we reached out to them trying to get a sample, trying to get a review unit early because we were like very excited about it and wanted to make a video and pretty much just like wanted to game on it and talk about how freaking huge and immersive and cool it was. And they turned us down. And we were pretty bummed, right? Because obviously we like to make videos about cool tech that people want to see. And that gets us views. It gets, you guys informed on this cool new product. And it gets eyeballs on the product for the brand. It's, stacking W's. I love stacking W's. And this seemed like an obvious W stacker. And they were like, nah. And I was like, okay, well, that's a bummer. Fast forward, I kid you not. I think it was 1 week later. It might have been 2 weeks later. It was like, almost immediately, in our business leads inbox, an offer from that same company to do the exact video that we pitched editorially, this time from an agency. So this is like classic. Right hand has no idea what the left hand is doing. An offer to do that same video on that same monitor for, I kid you not, it was like tens of thousands of dollars. For a video that I wanted to do for free and was told, nah. That is an event where the outcome still boggles me. Hi, can I do something for you for free? No. But what you can do is do it for tens of thousands of dollars.
You just gotta wait a little while, I guess.
Bizarre. I will never understand it. Gilmore says, did you take the money? Yeah. Of course, I wanted to do the video anyway. I did at the time. I don't even.
Did you tell them when you got there? That would have been funny.
No, they shipped it here.
Oh,
so
okay.
there was no one. There was no one to tell. It was just like,
I didn't know how big this screen was.
Yeah, dude. No, it was hilarious. It was just so funny. I was like, this is the stupidest thing I've ever seen. And what's crazy is it's not even like we've seen. Brands are just made up of people. And people sometimes got up really early that day.
Yeah.
Do you have something where the outcome still boggles you?
Not really that I want to go into details of some of the contracts for services and stuff.
He is like the best negotiator ever, by the way. If you want like a contract negotiating, like just a bulldog,
I've had some
contract Luc
ones.
Lafreniere Inc.
I don't know.
And your strategy is so simple. You just say no. Is that right?
For the most part.
No, that doesn't work for me.
There was also one where they had two different associates trying to do sales with me at the same time.
Snag that commission.
And I ended up doing basically the like walk across the street to the other car dealership thing.
Nice.
But to the same company with their different associates. So the one would say like, oh, well, I can give you this deal. And I'd go to the other guy and be like, well, I'm getting like this other deal from this other sales associate, and then had them both like work each other down, which was just incredible. There's been some pretty wild stuff, but oh man, I just had one in mind. Crap. I'll try to keep thinking about it. If it comes to me, maybe I'll chime up.
More than?
All right, yeah, hit me down.
Yeah.
Hey, LLD, I recently went from working in my given field to working for a pretty big media company in my industry, and I'm suddenly on camera making technical videos. Any tips for a newbie?
I actually have lots of tips for you. Here. You need to get a subscription to Floatplane. You
Nice.
need to dig into the Floatplane exclusives.
Nice.
And, where is it? What's it called? Definitely not that.
Sometimes you have to use quotes. The search is
No, I think I'll find it. Here. Extras. Linus teaches his son how to be a host.
Yeah.
This one's pretty good. And then there's also a behind the scenes of me coaching a couple of our guests from Intel. Here it is. Linus Host Tips, Intel A770 GPU Extras. Both of those two are a substantial amount of my experience as a host in video form, training other hosts. So head on over there.
Hey, Luke. As a user of CachyOS, have you had a chance to CachyOS? Have you had a chance to explore the recent GPU patches for low RAM cards, or even the AMD GPU HDMI 2.0 VRR changes they include? Any thoughts?
No, I was spoiled and was given a 4080 Noctua, so I don't have a low RAM card situation.
Where'd that come from?
You.
Oh. Yeah, right.
Yeah, what do you think?
I forgot it was a Noctua edition.
Yeah, it's hard to, you can't really tell.
That's sick. You're welcome.
Yeah, it's covered in moss.
Right.
But yeah, it's not super applicable to me.
I was like, damn, a Noctua edition? That wouldn't have been us. we would have gone with like a duel or something, I don't Noctua edition? Come on.
I don't necessarily know why you guys did that.
I'm not made of Noctua fans here,
At least I'm pretty sure it's a Noctua edition.
It might be.
I think it is.
I'll check.
Could have just painted it brown.
Yeah, so it's not super applicable to me. I did do the relatively big recent Cachy update. I haven't had a chance to really play with it much, other than just knowing that my system is totally fine. Yeah, seems good. I was excited to see those updates, but they're just not super applicable to me right now, which is great.
I love that this chapter is called Luke's Confidence Lowers. Oh, hello. Okay, what are we looking at here? Motherboard. Oh, GPU time. Here we go. It is.
Yeah.
Yep. That's a Noctua fan if I've ever seen one.
And you can't see any of that anymore because it's all moss.
All right, that makes sense.
Running my first marathon on Sunday, and the WAN Show has gotten me through all my long runs.
Wow,
hoping
congrats.
for a 4-hour show.
Nice.
Would you ever run a marathon? And what is your biggest physical accomplishment?
I think my knees would explode.
Mine too.
I think we're not made for that.
I think not. Yeah, marathon.
That's very cool though.
That's so cool and massive respect.
If you could do the whole thing on soft surfaces somehow, that'd be pretty sweet.
Tape carpet to your shoes.
Not really.
How long was the foam run 2025?
Foam run?
Fest? Okay, that was...
Oh, this spray stuff?
Yeah, that was 5K. I did this with Yvonne because my son wanted to do it, and then she agreed to do it with him, and then he got sick and had to bail. So we had 2 tickets. So after me saying, no, I have zero interest in this, I ended up being the one who had to do it. Anyway, so how long's a marathon? How many kilometers marathon? So I did that, and it was a standard marathon is 42.195 kilometers. So could I do the Foam Fest 8 times? The answer is no, probably never.
I think it's very cool, though.
Greatest physical feat for me is probably just a cool shot on the badminton court. I have kind of a signature move where if my opponent plays a forehand side really tight net or drop shot, I love to dive. And so I'll get full body extension in the air, and I will sometimes, I've actually done it before, catch it just below the court and manage to pop it back up, and I've actually net rolled it a couple times back over, and every time it's people go nuts. So it would be some shot I made in badminton sometime. In terms of, I have not had a lot of physical accomplishments. More of a pale techie guy.
I am these days. All of mine will be very old. I think one of my favorite ones to think back on is playing football, left defensive end. I got a sack, but was able to punch the ball out, and the right defensive end recovered the fumble and scored a goal. So we got a defensive touchdown, which was sick. There's another time where there was a field goal being shot, and I jumped up and actually blocked it, but didn't realize that doesn't stop the play. So my dad was screaming at me, but I was still proud, and my arm hurt. But
nice, that's solid.
I still got it.
Conrad from Floatplane says I can bench press my wife.
Sick.
Nice.
Sick.
Nice.
Wife lifting is based.
Oh no. Xfin724 in Floatplane chat says I was so bad at volleyball in high school gym class that when I finally hit one over the net, both teams clapped. Mortifying.
That's pretty epic.
Amazing. Yeah.
My favorite like memory is probably there's a video clip of me hitting some dude in hockey, and then my grandpa goes, "Let's go, Luger!" And you can hear him cheering on the clip, and it's fantastic.
Syphilis says I can bench press 2 of my wife's. How many do you have? Okay, carry on. All right, Dan, hit me.
You did pluralize wifes.
What's up, boys? Are there any plans to make regular cargo shorts, not the zip-off pants? Thanks.
Probably, but I don't have a timeline on that. Sorry.
WAN.L::. I noticed that you have been talking about your RC cars lately. If you were to make content for the dozens of us RC nerds out there, what would it be? Reviews, weird and crazy builds, track days?
Definitely not track days. I suck. If I was going to do anything, it would be just like casual hangout streams, like put a camera up in the corner of like my little workshop corner at home, and while I, fill shock fluid or whatever.
Like an Adam Savage kind of thing? Just hang out with me in my shop.
Yeah, just like throw the chat up and just kind of chill.
Howdy, Moo, Slick, and Dan DeMan. Out of the recent AMD... Moo?
Oh, my old email address, Moo the Cow.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
The one you use professionally?
That's a deep cut.
There you
I'm
go.
using it right.
He's learning the slangs. Very poggers.
How do you do, fellow kids?
Out of the recent AMD tech upgrades, have there been any purchases that someone made that surprised you?
Yes.
Something you didn't expect that they would be interested in?
All of the like unnecessarily expensive collectible stuff just boggles my mind. And like, I know that there is like a subset of the viewers that feel like I'm putting on a performance or I'm being disingenuous when I like lose my mind over somebody spending like, $500 on a Lego minifigure or something like that. I promise you that it is not
genuine,
performative in the slightest. If there was no camera pointed at me, I would do the exact same thing. I promise you that no matter how much money I had, no matter how many jets I could buy, I would never spend $500 on a Lego minifigure. Ever.
You've spent some money on some collectible Xbox controllers, at least one.
This is true.
This is
true. So, okay. You know what? I have the one expensive one that I have is that one that the developers got.
You also have a gold one.
Well,
it's only a kind of a technicality, but
that one's
the one I'm really talking about is the developer one.
Yeah, the developer one. I use it though, which I know is like crazy for something that's like a one.
I like that though.
Very few, but I like have spent hours gaming on it.
That's sweet.
So to me, and look, everyone draws their own line, right? Like slightly before their own behavior. That's human nature, baby. But to me, the fact that I game on it means that to me, it's a controller. It's not a shelf piece.
Okay.
There are exceptions. I purchased a copy of Final Fantasy VI for Super Nintendo that I never intended to put into a slot. But again, for me, that was more about restoring a thing that I owned that I lost at a time in my life when I lost a lot of things moving between my families. I also purchased a copy of Final Fantasy Tactics that I never intended to put into a PlayStation 1. But that one was more about, I have played this game cover to cover 3 times, and I have never purchased it. Not good. So I own a copy of the original, and I paid for Ivalice Chronicles. I consider my sins washed clean at that point. So I definitely buy stuff that's unnecessary sometimes. Okay, like here's a perfect example. Evan and Caitlin make this really cool knife, or like they partnered with a local. Where is it? Where do you find their? Oh, here. ShopEvanandCaitlin.com. They have this really cool box cutter. This thing is so cool. It's also 120 Canadian dollars for a box cutter, which is like madness. But it's replaceable. You can put a new utility blade in it whenever you want, and it is like one of the most satisfying fidgets that I have ever encountered in my life. Oh, actually, I have it. But again, I use it. So I don't know. If you can think of something that's like a dumb thing that like I don't even use, then I'm open to it. I guess I have my katana. People always comment on that on my mantle. That was impulsive. I was young.
We've used it.
Oh, and we have used it. Actually, that's true. And I specifically wanted one that was an actual sword, that was not purely decorative. I think it's 2/3 tang. So like you could do some stuff with it if you really wanted to, and it's sharp.
Yeah.
Here it is. This thing is like so cool. Oh dude, it's so satisfying. Hey, speaking of cool knives, I didn't pay for this one because he's a bro.
Yeah. You got to give him the sound. You have to give him the sound.
Dude, I got the Hacksmith blade. I ran into him at Creator Summit. He's my Canadian bro. He brought one for me. So it's like it's a multifunction knife. If you guys somehow manage to not see the Kickstarter for this thing, it has a built-in. It has like little built-in screwdriver bit storage here. So you slide these out, and then they just go into the tip. They're magnetic. You can also put it in this way if there's like a tight space you're trying to reach into and you want to do that. There's tweezers built into them. There's a level. There you go. There's a little ruler on it. The clip is adjustable, so you can put it on either side, whichever kind of works better for you. And what else does it? Oh yeah, bottle opener. It has whatever this like pokey, spiky thing is. I actually don't remember what that one does.
Is it a glass break?
Maybe, I don't know. So it probably does something. I mean, knowing James, it definitely does something. But this, okay, hold on. I'm just gonna just check this out. It has these like. Okay, hold on. Yeah, just gonna.
Just doesn't quite capture it.
Yeah, it doesn't quite capture it, but
sounds
it's like
way better in person. Yeah.
It will? Oh. It is so flipping satisfying, man. And I don't think that I have ever encountered a folding knife that check it out. Like feel how little slop, how little play there is in the blade. I don't think I've ever encountered a folding knife that feels as much like a fixed knife.
I mean, I have, but it's really good.
I think I might have loosened it a little already. Dude, ever since he handed it to me, I've just been like, I was on set today and I forgot like how sharp this thing is. And I was just like playing and there was some, you know, that like closed cell, like really squishy, like dense foam.
Sure.
I just was like, you know, I'll like stab it into it. I went probably about this deep on the blade through, so like about probably this far, right? Because it was at like a corner. And it just passed right through it. Even though the blade is so, even though the blade is so, oh my gosh.
What are you doing? There we go.
I'm doing something. Even though it's so thick, right? It's so sharp out of the box that it just was like, shoop. And I'm like, ooh. Because I was like flipping it to myself
did
like
all
earlier in
three
the
of
shoot
us
and
make
stuff.
the sound effect right then?
Nice.
That was amazing.
Solid.
So I'm pretty sure I heard Dan do it too.
Anyway, did he give you the torque flag? Just tighten up. Yes, Roman, he did give me the torque flag. It comes with a little thing to properly torque this screw to make sure that you get exactly the right feel on it. So yeah, super impressed. Way to go, James. Now you just got to manufacture them all. In case you're wondering why I have one before all the customers have gotten one, this one had some kind of issue with it that was cosmetic and didn't matter, and it's like not worth it to disassemble it and fix it and reassemble it compared to just making another one. So he had a few of those at Creator Summit, so mine's not a perfect one.
I finally realized why I didn't have the Kickstarter for it.
Did you miss it? Classic Luke?
No, I was going to buy it for myself, my brother, and my dad as like a Christmas gift. And then I logged into Kickstarter and got flashbacks of the Coal Bar and was like, I'll just wait until they're like ready to ship purchasable.
Got it.
And then I'll just get them then.
Yeah, you might have ended up cursing him if you had bought one for your dad for Christmas.
Yeah, maybe.
We know what happened the last time.
Probably better
you did
for
that.
everyone that I just didn't. Because I was trying to remember, like I definitely wanted to get one. And I'm fairly certain that's what happened. But yeah, they're pretty wicked cool. Yeah.
Gotta use this Linus coin somehow. Thank you for fueling my tech skills from virus downloading noob to self-hosting noob.
Nice.
What was the first application that you self-hosted? How long ago was it?
Oh.
Games or applications?
I was gonna say
Counter-Strike.
Mumble.
Counter-Strike? Yeah, Counter-Strike.
Yeah, Mumble's kind of goated.
I don't think... Would that count?
I
No.
set up slightly later. I set up an FTP server that I could access from offsite, just because it was more convenient than carrying around files. I'd say those are my two like earliest ones.
I hosted a lot of game stuff before I did FTP server, but I did do that at some point.
Hi, LLD. Question for Luke. Do you think that open source software can find a way to self-fund without relying on exclusive
hold
donations?
on. Correction. I did a bunch of research, but I think, no, my friend actually ended up hosting the Mumble. So an FTP server for myself was my first one. I don't want to leave that out there if it's not quite right. Sorry, carry on.
Question was, do you think open source software can self-fund without exclusively relying on donations?
Yeah, totally. Corporate sponsors and corporate service
This was
plans.
a question for me.
Oh.
Although that's exactly what I was going to say.
Oh,
so,
sorry.
so you're fine.
Well, you were the one who asked it, so I just naturally answered it,
No,
okay?
I was echoing. I was going to say it again. Yeah, no, it's fine. I was just razzing you. Yeah, basically that, though. I think the main way to do it is through support, effectively. Technically, Mozilla, yeah, kind of. That's a bit of a one-off. We're going to get crazy amounts of money from Google, but yeah, usually the standard path is support. So you release it out there. Hopefully, it's useful for someone, and hopefully, those people want either like a custom fork or just a more general support contract. Free tier, paid tier stuff. Yeah. Generally, I think the normal play is to make that more focused to enterprise customers. There are ones that are just everybody, basically. But normally, I see that being enterprise customers.
I told Hacksmith, Luke asked if he can have one too. Got any more of the scrapped ones? He says, haha, I'll see.
Nice.
That's pretty
I
non-committal.
mean, if not, I'm buying them, so it doesn't really matter. EJC said, speaking of that Mozilla thing, are you using something different now? I'm trying to think across all devices. I was using Zen for a bit, which is like a Mozilla fork, and I was enjoying it. I'm not currently using it right now because I think I tried to like Pac-Man install it and it didn't immediately work, so I just kept using Firefox. I didn't like look into it, but I might eventually try to get it back on my desktop again. I liked Zen. The Zen had like all your tabs are vertical and on the left side instead of across the top, and I liked that because I generally use Chrome for work or a Chromium browser for work. And Firefox for personal. And one of the reasons why I do that is just keep separation. And using Zen with the vertical tabs made it like super obvious which browser I was in. Because sometimes when they're too similar and my current setup for Firefox and my current setup for Chromium on my desktop, I get caught sometimes because they're kind of too similar. And I'll load a YouTube video in my like work browser and then,
Terrible.
time to watch 10 million years of ads. So then I have to bring it over to my personal one. And that's like pretty annoying. But yeah. Luke Meta, Mint, Cinnamon, and Zen. I mean, yeah, man.
Noki asks, hey, did you not do the float plane announcements? We didn't, but we also kind of accidentally did, because apparently the one I was supposed to highlight this week was Linus interviews the LTT head of writing about LMG content.
Nice.
So the only thing I have to change is that he asked me to show the timestamps, showing what we talked through. So TechJet, Fire Truck, what we use the jet for, Tech House, first upgrade for the Tech House, when we're ready to sell, investing in support, Riley, Elephants in the Room, Family Vlog, Departures of Notable Talent, talking through nostalgia isn't a viable strategy, Mr. Carney's line from his speech recently,
Base
becoming
speech.
more agile, how do we avoid being full corporate, future of LMG, what about the other channels, and how do we 10x our media side, how are we 10xing CW? So that's the topics. And Sammy asked if you guys leave a comment on that video if you want to give a suggestion for other leaders at the company that you would like to see. We've already done Taryn, James obviously, and Luke to an extent, which he might not remember. Sammy predicted that.
Oh, yeah.
that's the one.
Well,
So Sammy says Luke.
it's not really the same.
Luke will probably go, what video? And then you're like, bam. And he'll be like, oh. And then he'll be like, I was so out of it during this shoot.
Okay. The reason why I reacted that way is because you interviewed James on this one. You didn't interview Nick, Lucas, and I.
Well, someone did. Watch the exclusives either on YouTube members or at a lower price at lmg.gg/fpwan.
By the way, there's a bunch of people trying to tell me how to install Zen. That wasn't my point. I can figure it out. I actually, for the Linux
Look
challenge,
at this man.
I have super
Do you think he needs to install Zen?
Yeah.
He dodged the hard R incident. He has full Zen.
That's my pre-installed Zen. No, I've been actually very specific. I'm okay with friends giving me input or advice. But I've been hard ignoring any comments I see because that seems unfair in regards to the Linux challenge. So like I've got a buddy that I've known since I was like 15 who is like a Linux head and will talk to me about Linux stuff sometimes. I'm like, okay,
is his name a secret?
this seems
Can I
fine.
guess?
I don't think you know this person.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You can guess, but I don't think you know.
No,
it.
okay.
So like I'll talk to them about it, but like I'm not going to go out of my way to seek unfair potential input. And just like, let me figure it out, dude.
Yeah.
It's part of the fun.
Or-
Yeah.
Hey, LLD, you guys have talked about how you liked visiting Taiwan. I will be visiting later this year. Is there a place you visited several times or would like to visit because it's so great?
I just play badminton. So I work all day and then I shuttlecock all night and then I sleep.
He sure does.
Sometimes I go out for late night noodles. I like spicy noodles.
Yeah.
And sometimes I call Luke and I'm like, hey, it's really late, but I need spicy noodles.
Yeah.
And Luke's like, yeah, I'm down.
Almost every time. Not technically all, but almost every time. There's a fun restaurant. I'm assuming you're talking mostly in Taipei. There's a fun restaurant called Pay My Tuition. I went there because I thought their name was funny, and then I actually really liked their food, and their vibe was really awesome. The highest rated Indian food restaurant I've ever seen in the entire world is in Taipei. It has 8,248 reviews and is 5.0 stars on Google Maps,
Wow.
which is wild. Wendell showed me this place. I'm gonna butcher the pronunciation. Oye Punjabi Ethnic Indian Restaurant. Good food.
Nice.
2J Cafe is like one of the vibiest places I've ever been in my life. Dawn Park is a cool place to go. Most of my things that I have flagged in Taipei are restaurants because I'm usually trying to go there with people. But the coolest individual thing I've done in Taiwan, if you want to somehow get yourself out there, I don't know how to say this, so I don't know how to help you find it.
Nice. Solid.
But it's just called 11. It's at 605 Taiwan Chiayi County, Alishan Township. Good luck. Have fun. It's you stay up there for 24 hours and you live on a native reservation in the mountains, and you pick tea and you chop down bamboo and use a section of the bamboo to make rice, and then you incorporate the rice into making mochi and your dinner and all these other kinds of things, and it's fun. It's good.
Hey. How has the issues at the tech house been going? Any big projects coming soon?
Apparently, we're going on Tuesday with an excavator, and we're just going to go ham on the backyard because there's like a stop work thing while we apply for some permit stuff, but it doesn't apply to the outside.
Okay.
So we're just, Jordan's organizing it, and there's a sign-up sheet with like what tools you have and can bring.
He seems reasonable enough. I'm sure he called before he's digging.
Yes. BC One Call was informed.
Yeah.
So we're just going for it. Apparently, the thumbnail will involve me and an excavator. I'll see you there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good luck, everyone.
How do you suggest I deal with a vendor whose entire software seems vibe coded and doesn't do good QA work? It's hard being between admin, who wrote the contract without teeth, and supporting poor software.
I think you're boned.
Yeah, get out of there.
They can't. Admin signed up for it, so they're just stuck with it.
We've never experienced that.
Really? Why? What did I sign up for?
This wasn't you.
What did? Oh. Okay. Right. I seek people's input on decisions when I know that I'm over my head, especially when signing a contract. I don't sign contracts lightly.
Yeah.
I've learned. I think.
I don't know. Seek it out if you can. So there is very often early termination stuff, but it might be better to deal with an early termination fee than to deal with something that's just completely unusable. Yeah.
Cool.
Get in contact with someone who might be able to make some change and raise some stink, flag all the ways that they've just been really, really terrible, basically, and be like, we can't work with you guys, let us out, and see what happens.
Hey DLL, I loved the recent video about comparing the MacBook Neo with other Windows laptops, but is that video intended to be the full review of the Neo?
No, the Neo launched while I was away for a fairly extended period of time. So they did a short circuit while I was gone. And then the question was, okay, well, like what kind of MacBook Neo content can we do that would be additive? And so I dailied it for actually a few weeks. Now that I think about it, it's been out for a while. And basically from when I got back to like a couple days ago, I've been dailying the Neo. I really like it overall. I definitely ran into some weird issues, but overall really liked it. And, one of the ideas was MacBook Neo 30-day challenge, but honestly, it wasn't even enough of like a challenge for me to have that much to say. And so it ended up getting rolled into one of the other ideas we had, which is comparing the Neo to other similarly priced Windows machines. And so what I ended up doing was just using some of the insight that I gained dailying the Neo to make a better comparison video that was just more informed by my own personal experiences. So I don't know if you're going to get a full review of the Neo on Linus Tech Tips. I think that was probably it. In terms of additional context that I would, add at this time, not much. If you're really reliant on, a high-speed external dock, I would say the Neo can be a bit of a downer. But other than that, I just really liked it. If I was buying one again, I'd spring for the Touch ID model, just because going back to Windows Hello and going back to a MacBook with Touch ID is just plain better. And you also get more storage. But really, when I think it's going to be killer is like Neo 2. I want the 12 gigs of RAM that supposedly will be supported with like an A19 Pro and just a little bit more speed. It's going to be like, Neo 2 is going to be, if Apple can keep the price the same-ish, it's just going to slay. It's just going to be no competition left to fight.
Neo is eating Valve's lunch right now. If
Valve?
gaming is growing, I'm so confused by that.
No, it's not.
What?
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 Don't worry about it. That's not a thing.
What?
What?
No.
What?
No.
Huh?
No.
What?
No. All right, Dan, what's next?
What?
I'm going to need a couple weeks to get over that.
What?
Will we ever see the return of tech trivia answered in the form of a question? Missed that show. Also, why does LTTLabs.com have more GPU data on it? For example, there's a review of the 9060, but no data.
Or why doesn't, they're asking. That's something they're working on. They're working on getting all the GPUs on the site, but it just takes time. And especially when there's no video demand for that data, then it has to fit in with the articles and videos and short circuits and everything that they're supporting behind the scenes. As for tech trivia answered in the form of a question, never. I felt so bad for everyone who participated in that, all the creators. The questions were so hard. Because I was intended to be a participant, I never got to review them. And I was just basically, if you go back and watch it through this lens, you can see me desperately trying to make it not seem like horrible that nobody knows the answer to anything. And like, because the questions were so hard, and I didn't actually know that normally, like on Jeopardy, you're supposed to, like, they're primed on what the questions will be about. It's not random.
Oh, they know like the topics?
Yeah, so they can like study ahead of time and stuff.
Interesting.
Because like, yeah, otherwise, why would anyone know the exact year of that stupid thing? Of course, that makes sense now in retrospect, but I didn't know that when we were setting up this thing, and apparently neither did any of our coordinators for this project. So like, I mean, there's some people that we worked with on that I don't think ever worked with us again. And like, I was too embarrassed to ask even people that are like, I would say, relatively like friends. Like I just didn't even ask them for a long time because it was just like kind of embarrassing across the board. That did not go well.
The second half of the it was about GPUs on the labs website. Sure. I mean, I'm just going to talk generally about GPUs on the labs website, so it's probably okay. The labs website is interesting. People will read the articles. Lucas will post them on Reddit, and then people will see them there, and then come read the articles, and that's all cool and stuff. Nobody looks at the product pages. The product pages we've tried a bunch of different things to make them interesting, but realistically, I think just like print reviews these days, like, hey, I wonder if there's a reason why all the written review sites are dying. Who knows? I think we might have found out. So we're figuring out what we actually want to do with this stuff. The articles have been doing well, like I said. And we think there's a future in tools, like the whole versus mode thing, where you can like look at two different products side by side and see the comparison. This is a particularly cool part of it, being able to, I guess we don't have the size data for one of them, but being able to look at them side by side. GPUs in particular is something that we weren't uploading for a while for long, boring reasons. And as some people have noticed, we have started again putting some GPUs up there. But like keeping the product reviews populated on the site is not a high level, high priority goal for the lab, because I think just in 2026, that's not a like low-hanging fruit or a particularly valuable fruit for pretty much anyone. We are seeing, again, traction with the articles, so we've been pursuing that more. That's been kind of fun and interesting for us. More fun and interesting than just farting out more like just stream of consciousness product reviews. And also, you guys are resonating with it more as well. So we're kind of reacting to honestly what you guys want. We do think some of this is because of search engine stuff with AI, but yeah.
Apparently, no, you do not get information of any sort ahead of time on Jeopardy. So I was misinformed.
Oh, all right.
Stealing your thunder.
There's some people saying, like, is this a I lost it, but somebody basically mentioned, is it a discovery problem?
Well, we happened to start publishing written articles right around the same time that written started getting killed by AI.
Yeah. They also said Wirecutter's profitable. Yeah, Wirecutter's, like, when I go to their front page, we took hundreds of walks to find 5 dog leashes we love.
Get that affiliate revenue from that mainstream content.
Yeah, it's not power supplies. And also, this isn't even a profit play. The Labs website doesn't have any ads on it. I don't know if, like, so many of you run ad blocker that you never realized, but like this is non-ad blocker. There's no ads on the Lab site anywhere. It's no part of this is a profit play. We made there's information out there, and through usage statistics, we kind of figured out that people don't really want to read text reviews in 2026. So that's okay. We also figured out that people are fairly interested in, like, the articles we've been writing. So great. It's just fairly natural, like, reacting to what people want. That's it.
Cool.
To Linus, also an adult with braces.
Nice.
I'm happy with how straight my teeth are progressing, but I'm bummed about the things I no longer eat for fear of breaking a bracket. Are there foods you now avoid?
Nope. I was always a completely non-compliant client. I would eat popcorn. I've chewed chewing gum with these because I'm crazy. I eat apples. For me, the only real obstacle is, like, pain, because these brackets sit super proud, these stupid ceramic braces that I hate. But in terms of, like, going easy, man, I'll eat corn on the cob. It's like creamed corn at that point, because you're kind of mashing it from both sides, you know?
Double chew. Hey, LLD, I am the head of engineering at a drone show company that did a 1,000 drone show for the YouTube Creator Conference last week.
Are you
Heard you
now?
were there and wanted to know your thoughts.
Yeah, why have my thoughts when you can have my video that I recorded of it? Here, where is it? I think this will do. Oh, yeah, here we go, bud. Here, I'll send this over to you. Okay, Dan? Cool. In the meantime, let's do another one while we wait for file downloads and such.
Hi, Linus and Luke. What's your favorite board game to play on a game night? You should check out the Pac-Man board game Corridor. Such a great time. Anyway, thanks for the free shipping.
That sounds fun.
And it's not close.
Sorry, board game?
Yep.
They have a board game?
Yep.
Oh, cool.
It's so good, actually. 8.7 on Board Game Geek, which
totally
is, like,
unbiased
really strong.
Luke take, because he, would normally hate anything Slay the Spire.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
1 to 4 players. It's co-op. It's really good. It gets each player involved.
That's cool.
I'm not surprised. It's pretty highly rated. Everyone that I know that has played it, including people that have never played the video game, including people that don't even like video games, every single person has liked it.
That's cool. I play whatever my kids like. They've been really into Munchkin lately, which is pretty basic, as far as, like, being into cool board games go. But yeah, they enjoy the heck out of it. We like Clank as a family as well. That one's fun. Cards. The thing that I get the most requests for my kids is let's play Hearts. I got them into it a little while ago, and it's such a good game. It's just the things can get heated sometimes around the Queen of Spades, though. People who play will know.
Ready for that video? If you guys are?
Yeah, you can throw up the video.
Let's see. What do? I think it's go now.
Recorded horizontally because I'm not an animal.
And I don't have audio on. So.
That's fine. That's good.
What is this?
It's a drone show. You may want to. Oh, is there a way to play it back faster?
I can take it through.
Oh, okay. So yeah, this was cool. I was amazed at how stable they were. Look how flipping stable these are.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. So yeah, they did a drone show, and it basically, probably the coolest one was the globe, but I don't think I caught that one. Here they are reconfiguring. They did a Nyan Cat. This one was pretty cool. Maybe let it play for a second.
Yeah, it just looks really bad.
Yeah, when you don't let it play.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had never seen one before. This was my first time. It was cooler than I expected. And I really liked the way that they kind of had you watch the transitions between the different things, but you would have you'd have to be clairvoyant to realize exactly what they were going to be going for on the next one. Yeah, it was very cool. They had a couple different things. They had someone on one of those like with a jet thing on their hands, and then one on their back, like in a jet suit. So he kind of flew around a little bit. And then they had skydivers that dropped out of a plane. They had like sparklers behind them as they like came down through the sky, and then they deployed their parachutes, and then they like ripped like right over our heads and landed in the field there. So it was a pretty cool show.
Wow.
Hey, Linus, time to finally use my gift cards.
They also brought out Oprah.
What?
To do a talk. Yeah. I mean, she's the OG content creator. Think about it. She started just in like local news and built her empire into her own show, her own network. And she recently joined YouTube, so it's pretty on topic.
So we have Oprah to blame for shorts.
I would say
Where's that domino meme?
I would say not so much.
Sounds like it to me.
Oh, Oprah goes on TV, dominoes fall down. Now we are talking about disabling shorts with a timer.
Are you looking up Oprah's channel? Yes.
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
You mog Oprah. You have more subscribers than Oprah.
Well, yeah, for now.
Plus
whoa.
ratio.
Her view counts are all over the place.
Wow. Oh yeah, you got 1 million next to
5,000, 1 million, 2.8 thousand.
2.3 million. Yeah, like all over the place. I don't think I've ever seen a channel with a spread like that. And not like, to be clear, I've seen channels that have one video with 5 million views and then like a bunch with 500 views, like where they had like one viral hit. But the fact that she goes between like functionally 0 views and millions of views from one upload to the next.
I was thinking like, okay, did Go Gentle or whatever, did they like buy a bunch of views on that? But then this one?
Yep.
2.5 for there?
Yep. It's just all over the place,
Funky.
man. Yeah.
Okay. This doesn't matter, but it's just a little bit weird that it's always the third video in.
Oh. Okay, not always.
No. Once it broke off.
Yep, okay.
But it has like the same cadence for when it'll just pop off.
It just pops once in a while.
But it's like roughly every 4 videos, they go from single digit thousands. It's clips. Oh, is it? Interesting. So the main line, it's the long videos. Okay. So, 46 minutes and it gets 2.3 million views. And then these little cuts of that video get only a few views.
So this is LMG clips, but Oprah.
Basically. It's just not super obvious without looking at the length or the view count, which one is the primary video. So this one's an hour, 2.5 million views.
Do you think it's set up as a podcast and they're not actually listening to YouTube?
Maybe.
They're listening to the podcast?
Maybe.
I don't know.
Because our WAN Show playlist on the LTT channel is a podcast.
But there's a separate podcasts tab. Wouldn't that have podcasts in it?
So go to the Oprah podcast, 74 episodes, and those should be the same videos. Because a podcast is just a type of playlist.
Yeah, they totally are.
And so this is going out to RSS feeds.
So her podcast is...
Her podcast is very popular.
Got it.
That makes sense.
Okay. More.
Sorry to hear that, Wily Giraffe. They have to go be social instead of hanging and watching WAN Show.
Disgusting.
Sorry.
I'm just going to
Sorry for your loss.
Don't come back. Okay. Hey, Linus, time to finally use my gift cards. Is there something that you know your team could improve, but it's never going to be profitable or marketable for it being just too niche or too specialized?
I don't know. Our posture.
I think they meant like products.
Like, like the CW team.
Yeah.
So a chair then.
yeah. Thank you for that.
Sandals.
I think that we could improve the desk pads, and no one would care. You can ever so slightly, because it stretches in one direction but not the other direction. You can ever so slightly detect if you like kind of press hard and move a thing that it's like a little bit oval tracking, like a little bit. And literally, after all these years of us selling hundreds of thousands of desk pads, no one's ever noticed or cared. So yeah, we could do it, and no one will care. So we had talked about in the early days.
You're gonna get complaints now.
Yeah, whatever.
I knew the whole time. I knew something was off. Yep.
In the early days of Kyle being here, we'd talked about doing like a pro cloth desk pad that was either the same stretch in both axes or no stretch, and just kind of never got to it.
Linus, how is the team liking the new Ubiquiti EV chargers? I just got a Toyota BZ and am in the market for getting level 2 chargers.
I mean, I think the team likes any charger they get to use at the office because they don't pay for it. They seem fine so far.
Is there any new screen tech to replace OLED? If not, what options exist for iPhone 11 users? Me, sensitive to PWN flicker, who prefer Apple's ecosystem. iPhone 17 is a no-go. OLED causes headaches/nausea.
Wow, that's rough, dude, because on mobile, everything's going OLED.
I have heard of this. Yeah.
Yikes, like micro LED. I know Apple was putting a bunch of investment into that, supposedly maybe for the Apple Watch at some point.
Have you seen these?
I have seen things that do that, not from that company, like a no,
Yeah.
I have seen displays.
Super modern, being shown just to developers right now. I wasn't sure if you'd seen or heard of it.
Yeah, it's definitely a thing from other brands. I haven't seen theirs though.
Okay. But the reason why I asked you in that way was I didn't know if it was public or not. And
I'm not sure.
yeah, so
Man, and even micro LED, like I wonder if you'd have the same kind of PWM control flicker. I feel for you,
Hi,
man.
Michael.
I'm sorry. I wish I had an answer for you.
The last one I have today, Edge DLL. The hoodies I got the past few years have really come in handy during my first winter here in northern Sweden.
I think it's pronounced hey.
Edge.
Nice.
Any new designs coming with the same hoodie as the circuit tree one? I love that.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah, the funny one that was a tree that
Yeah,
was a circuit,
yeah.
circuit tree.
I thought they just didn't know how to spell it and they meant the framework one.
No, yeah, not that one.
But I gotcha.
Just because they're foreign.
Yeah, so
Cancelled. Just because they spelled hey wrong?
Yeah.
isn't this one just our blank?
I think so. Pretty sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that any colored blank hoodie should be this one. It's funny that that's the one you like so much, because I'd say it's one of the less unique ones that we have. Uh-oh, is our site down? Oh, okay.
We've been having some minor Wi-Fi issues.
Oh, brilliant. Okay, tops. So, man, I'm afraid to say something wrong. Message support, just in case, but I'm pretty sure this is literally it. This is the circuitry hoodie, but without the circuit tree. So it's just our blank hoodie for 60 CAD. And I believe the same one should be obtainable. Oh yeah, I guess we just never did any other prints on it. So yeah, pick up the blank hoodie. Neat, good chat. That's all I got. That's all you got? Well, that means that's all I got. We will see you again next week. Same bad time, same bad channel. If you are bored and looking for something to do, hey, you can always go shopping on LTTStore.com, where we are running our Shipstorm sale event. Orders over $150 on the US. And, interesting. On the global site, the threshold is lower for Canada. I did not know that. Okay, well, whatever. Whatever site you're on and wherever you live, past a certain threshold, you can get free shipping on your entire order. And if you sign up for Floatplane, lmg.gg/floatplane, the thresholds go down even more after you link your account. So it's a great time to sign up for Floatplane for early access content, blah, blah, etc., etc. See you again next week. Same bad time, same bad channel.
Bye.